The train headed for Sunset City will be departing soon.
All right, go on in, Suris.
Welcome everybody to Sunset City, a Sonic podcast. You know the drill. It's not for a classic and modern age, just for you guys, honestly. But today we do have some interesting topics to talk about. But first, though, I think I have to introduce the elephant in the room. Hi, Pup.
Hey, man.
And then there's Gilly.
Yep.
And am I missing anybody? Probably not.
Oh.
Hi, Wayne.
Hi.
I love how your default position on this avatar, Suris, just looks at Wayne scorningly. And after you said probably not, it just looks straight at him like it knew.
Here we are. Welcome to the show.
So
but-
the usual drill applies to Nick. His pussy hurts, so he's not here.
Yeah, he's dead. We'll revive him later. We got a Phoenix down. It'll work, I'm sure.
He'll be fine.
Probably.
Probably better if we.
He'll be fine. But we did have some interesting and maybe slightly reactive things to talk about today.
Impactful things.
Definitely reactive, not impactful in any way,
Very
shape, or form.
impactful. This episode is going to change your lives, guys. Everyone watching, this is the one to do it. This time we're really going to do it.
Before we start out, I did want to say thank you to everybody on the Patreon. One, those who are subscribed to the Patreon, and two, those who responded to the topic suggestions area of the Patreon, giving us ideas such as a shot-for-shot remake of the volleyball scene from Top Gun.
I haven't seen Top Gun. That's my problem. I haven't. You guys are all like, "What do you mean you haven't seen that scene?" It's like I haven't seen.
It's gonna be a bonding experience for all of us, Pup. Don't worry.
I don't
just
like
you
Tom
wait.
Cruise. All right, I just don't like him.
You're really not missing much. Top Gun is
It
a very
is-
nothing movie.
It's a nothing movie, but it's a chill movie.
Whenever I hear Tom Cruise is in something, I want to watch it less. I'm just less compelled to watch it. I just don't like him.
That's understandable. We also did get a suggestion for maybe doing another race, but this time doing it in the #1 all-time best Sonic game of all time, Sonic CD.
That's racist.
God damn.
From
I
Gamer
have-
Racist.
I'm confident I could win a Sonic CD race.
You probably could.
You can win it by
a
just not doing the good futures, right? Or we could do it as a
yeah,
race to the good future.
I would win it with getting the good futures.
Jesus
Oh, he's gonna
Christ.
flex. He's gonna flex hard.
He's fight talking here. We got to do this at some point.
I wouldn't do it by finding the generators, but I would get the time stones.
I mean, it is the anniversary of Sonic CD coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the thing.
It's 30th anniversary, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is.
Yes,
guys,
it is
everything's
30th.
Getting older, I swear.
Everything's getting older. You're getting older. There's no escaping it. It's just
You know, we could
happening.
all just, as a human race, collectively agree to stop counting.
That'll work. That'll
Stop
work.
the count.
We also did get another suggestion, which is one that I actually think would be cool for us to do sometime. Not the planned one for today. We've got a topic planned for today, but this one was suggested. It was with the release of Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Should we maybe do a video on indie tributes to games that larger companies had long since abandoned, like that? Things like Spark the Electric Gesture, Freedom Planet, stuff like that.
No, I don't think we should.
You don't think we should?
Nah, let's not do that.
I think that'd be cool. But
Let's not listen.
And then we're done. I guess we're just dead.
Wait, hang
let's
on.
not look
Sunset
at
City's
it
over.
or listen.
Yo, I'm noticing your avatar's flashing up quite a bit, but I'm not hearing anything. Are you actually saying anything and we just can't hear?
No, I think it's just
It's
Going
in
off.
Discord.
you're breathing.
He's just excited.
He's just very excited.
He's just ready.
He fucking loves
He's
it.
so ready. But
I'm just
we did
really
have-
excited about Sonic.
about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, I just really like Sonic.
Do you like Sonic so much that you consider all of his games easy? You've beaten him 1,000 times.
Yeah.
He's literally going to be at Gamescom next week, and he's going to interrupt Jeff Keighley on the stage by going, "Yippee!" And Jeff's going to be like, "Are you okay?" He's going to be like, I really love Sonic. I'm just so
He's just
excited
gonna-
for Sonic.
He's just going to interrupt him on Cage.
That could be. That's not. You're making a joke, but that sounds like that could happen, and it could be any Sonic fan.
I'm sorry. I won't do it
it'd be
again.
You're just gonna get up there and go, actually, I was the first American allowed to work on Sonic 2.
So about those like supersonic sprites, right? I don't think that was laziness or an oversight. I think it was a conscious decision to just not do that.
I'm gonna kill you.
God, I don't even remember what color Tails is anymore.
He's orange.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Nick's
No,
not
okay,
here
well,
anymore.
what color is... Okay, here's another one. What color is the...
No.
What color is the orange traffic light?
Excuse me.
What
We call
color
it the- we
is
call it
the
the yellow
orange
light of
traffic
orange?
light?
Orange
Wait,
traffic light.
Orange? That's
I
a yellow
know-
traffic light.
I know the official term is amber, but what color?
Amber.
I'm gonna have a stroke.
Is it more yellow or is it more orange? Because Wallace and I were, well, we began to have that discussion before we quit.
What I
but,
need
like,
you to understand over here is that in the States, it is exclusively referred to as a yellow light.
Yeah.
Like, that's written down in the DMV, like,
Yes.
books. And
okay,
shit.
that's fine and all, but your traffic lights look the same as our traffic lights, right?
Not really, because the image that you shared definitely looked orange.
Can you
but
send
it
me a picture
also
of your
was a
traffic
lot
lights?
darker than...
Google.
I don't
Google.
give a shit about this, pup. I'm not fucking entertaining this. It's
God.
stupid. It's
Google-
dumb, and I don't want another
Google-
color debate.
Google.
I love
cartoon-
this.
Google cartoon traffic light.
Why would I
will
Google
be
the
yellow.
cartoon ones? Cartoon ones are
Because it's
distorted.
drawn as because everyone it's
Because
represented as yellow.
Well, hold
lighting
on, hold on,
lighting won't
hold
be a
on.
factor then.
Hold on, I'm looking at it, and to be fair, I'm seeing that. Okay, all right, that's yellow.
See, Wayne? See, we can have this debate without people getting. Sometimes Pup's wrong.
Yeah, Wayne, just don't be a fucking
Sometimes
pussy. You know?
sometimes he admits he's wrong, and it's fine.
I just want to kill him. I just want
You,
to kill him.
you just want to.
Well, hold on. In
I
this,
just-
hang on. Wait.
I just want to talk to him.
In
I
this-
just want to talk to him.
just
Okay, hang
wanna
on. I'm
kill
gonna
him.
send this to the back rooms. Would you say that's an orange light or a yellow light? That's orange.
You realize
right?
this is a camera taking a photograph of LED lights. It's
Yeah.
not going to come out accurate.
But would you say the picture does look orange? Admittedly,
Yes, it looks kind of orange in that.
so you could understand why I would come to this conclusion, right?
In
I
the
can
in the
understand, yes.
picture, but I'm looking at the same kind of photo of red, and it doesn't look red.
I just
It
Can
looks
you
orange.
show me? Can you show me the picture of the red?
Yeah, here,
Okay, yeah.
just
send it
think
over
the
to me.
color
This is-
orange.
this is a red
insists
light.
on itself.
and it looks orange.
See now. Look, here's the thing: is like, yes, the individual LEDs look orange within because obviously the LEDs are illuminated, so they're putting out the light, so they're gonna be naturally brighter than the color that they're out to emit, right? But as you can see around it, that's a red glow, right? So I mean, if it has a red
Yeah,
glow,
but the
would we
yellow
not
ones,
call
the yellow one's not emitting a glow.
I mean, it is.
Barely, not really, not
It's there.
not like the red one
if
is.
you can see the little thing around the little individual LED circle, like you can see that there's a glow, right?
Barely, not really.
I don't know, man. I think it's there. I think there's credence. I'm not saying
okay,
I'm not saying
here's
that
exact-
I'm right.
here,
I'm,
this, so
I'm
this is
just
all
saying
this is
that-
all based on the original kind of traffic lights, and because they didn't used to be LEDs. And here is an old traffic light unlit, and that is fucking yellow.
Can I see it when it is lit? I mean, yeah, that's unmistakably yellow, but can I see it when it is lit?
I don't have that photo.
Because the bulb within could still emit a different color, if you understand what I'm saying.
Never mind, Wayne. I was wrong. I was incredibly wrong, and I am so
I'm
sorry.
not saying I'm right. I'm just I want to evaluate all the avenues. You know,
Oh, here
I
you go.
want to
Wait,
look
here-
at all the
here you go.
variables. You know.
Here's one. There you go.
Oh yeah, that's a yellow light. Yeah, that's yellow. Yeah, no mistake about it. Then again, though, the green one looks a little turquoise. Though. I mean, what do you guys
God.
think? Do you think the green one in that image does look a little turquoisey, admittedly?
Listen, this is what the viewers are here for.
Call
Why
the
am I
episode red
still-
light, green
We're
light,
just-
what light?
Why am I still alive?
Suris, why are you so angry
I-
with Wayne? You look so angry
I-
with him.
I mean, you didn't see what he did.
It looks like
But
he's
this
shit
is-
in your
yeah,
burger.
But this is what I'm talking about cameras not taking like accurate photos. Because like, look, no one's ever been like, teal means go.
I mean, I agree. I agree completely. Again, it's one of those things where, please, like, I just want to investigate every variable here. I just gotta know. Okay?
Every single variable.
I just gotta know. I just gotta know. You know.
you just want to talk.
I gotta know.
Jesus Christ. My God.
I'm inquisitive. I think that's
You're
one of my
not.
defining character traits is that I am inquisitive.
That's a very, very interesting way to spell a different word.
Twatty?
but
Annoying? I'm kidding.
Piece of shit. Well, go on, Mr. Introductory Pants. Introduce the... Wait, what were we talking about again? Patrons or something?
So at first, I was first acknowledging the different episode suggestions that have been brought up on Patreon and thanking everybody who had subscribed to the Patreon. But
they're pup.
we
All right, let's take
God
it.
damn
Hang
it!
on,
What madness do we have now? In the...
See now, yeah, no, that's quite a yellow, quite
The yellowy yellow.
And that is definitely a green, and that's definitely a red. So yeah, the color accuracy on this image is second to none, frankly. Like, that is unparalleled. Man, this is good photography because they've even managed to get the exposure so right that not only are they capturing the lights accurately, they're also getting the sky in, and there's definition between the clouds and the background. So whoever took this picture knows what they're doing. Although I would say the actual lights themselves could just be a little higher up in the frame, just because if you look at the dead space below, it's even, but like the pole.
I'm
pole
so glad
makes-
that the audio listeners
Yeah.
are getting so much out of this.
Oh wait, what's
I
that
know,
green one
right?
you sent as well? See, that looks white now. White with a green glow, you know?
Jesus Christ. So the topic that we actually were planning on talking about before I incited apparently just violence about colors of characters
Whoa. Careful.
again.
Careful.
Look, there was a way that I almost worded it and I realized I needed to pivot. but there are a couple things we wanted to talk about today. One of them's a bit more fun, and one of them requires a bit more of a deep dive. I do want to ask the question: Do we want to tackle the article first or the picture first? They both
Let's
might
tackle the
spiral into
picture
lengthy
first.
conversations.
Let's do the picture
Tackle the
first.
picture
I feel like
first?
that's a
Okay,
smaller
do you want to throw that up for the chat?
I feel like if I do, we're attracting attention to something that's probably made by a child.
I don't think it is.
I think
I
it's
really
made by a
don't
kid.
think it is.
With the arguments, I think it's made by a kid.
I saw the Twitter post for it. I don't think it's made.
Do we
by
want
a
to
kid.
credit the artist then?
So here's the thing. Because of the way Sonic fans are, I'm actually concerned that it may end up causing blowback.
See, yeah, Gilly,
Towards
that's yellow, but that's also clip art.
No!
Did you see what I wish? There's no preview of what I just sent. Can you just click on what I just sent?
Why?
Because I'm mad because there's no preview, but it would have been funny if it showed up in the.
All right, so it's a website. Whoa, hang on, wait. This is a big image. This is taking a while to load.
I guess that's why there's no preview.
God, it's like dial-up
that's-
internet all over again.
Now that's orange, though, right?
Dude, the fucking things are green and everything. Nothing in this photo is correct.
There's a lot of them. Like, that's a lot of lights. I wonder what kind of intersection
My
that is.
God.
That looks like the Greenstead roundabout in my hometown.
It looks like it looks like it's a Boston intersection.
Boston. I mean, you say nothing about it's accurate, but the green of the green light is accurate. The blue of the
I
sky
don't-
is accurate, and the red of the red light is accurate.
I don't think because the green's like a teal. Let's just go. Let's.
I don't think.
I don't
not
think
often.
it's teal. I think that's just a regular green.
I like Sonic.
Like a medium spring
Do you?
green, you know? Like, you know, medium
Do you
spring?
like Sonic?
I love Sonic.
I
Maybe
think
a little too much.
I think I like Sonic a little bit, but not the right way.
According
I
to
don't
this
think I like
image, we
Sonic
don't
the
love
right
him the
way.
right way.
Yeah, according to this, we don't love them the right way. So,
Okay, in this
I
episode,
guess-
we are basically getting defensive about a piece of fan art.
no, we're not getting defensive.
It's
It's a mentality thing.
We are punching down. Shall we not
uh,
put? Are we
it's not
going to
so
put
much
the
being-
image up?
let's
Sorry.
not put the image
Yeah.
up. Let's talk about the actual. So it's an image. If you've seen it on Twitter, then you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, then you haven't. But the image basically says there's two types of Sonic fans. There's the Sonic fan in quotation mark. They hate 2D Sonic games. They hate. It says hates 2D Sonic, hates 2D games as two separate things. Talks about the meta era, Dreamcast for life, hates Green Hill, only likes Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic 06, and Unleashed. Liking these games as their entire personality, calls any other games in the franchise mid, complains about Sonic's design every
Hold up.
5 minutes.
Hold up, Gilly. This is
Yeah?
what they look like in the UK. Would you say?
Oh my god!
I'm going to drown you.
There are no traffic lights with a train. But then there's two last things in here. Calls themselves the true Sonic fans or a true
also,
Sonic fan, and then
I'm so
give it a
sorry.
classic.
The image you sent, Gilly,
No, you're
is
not.
a piece of...
No, you're not.
No,
Don't
I
even
am.
pretend.
I'm genuinely sorry, because I just
Not
found this
really.
out and I need to say it. What you sent with all the traffic lights is a piece of public artwork in London, and it's called the Traffic Light Roundabout. It doesn't serve a purpose. It is purely there for art.
Well, it looks like a Boston intersection. Let's go.
Okay, no worries.
So what's funny is that like this version of a Sonic fan that it posts, I think I've seen this Sonic fan on Twitter. I think I've actually seen this type of person on Twitter.
I feel
Oh,
like
yeah,
that
more
misses
than
the
once.
argument
And
that those ones
that's
there.
my thing, is like the whole thing with discussing the picture isn't even so much about being defensive about it. It's just, it literally is, I think, just an interesting dissection of just how people view their own little pockets of these fan bases. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's you. Like the way social media works is like certain stuff is curated depending on the things you interact with.
And if
so,
you fight more about Sonic, guess what you're gonna get curated?
Yeah, and so it's just like I'm sorry, your one personal experience doesn't make up the entire like, you know, fan base or anything like that. And it's especially since I think most fans in the Sonic community have a bit of both of these like two categories in them, you know what I mean?
The thing I found funny about it is how oddly specific what a Sonic fan is supposed to be is. Like, where it's kind of like, thinks every version of Sonic is cool, yet admits it's not the best thing in the world and stuff. I'm gonna, like, no, you don't have to find every Sonic cool. I don't find the Sonic and Pow Sonic cool because it's Ickle Wickle Babies. It's not for me.
So what we need to do real quick though, because nobody can see the images, we need to contextualize what the actual like correct type of Sonic fan the image talks about is.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah, I
right,
just didn't
right.
want to go into too much detail because, again, I don't want to like draw the wrong kind of crowd and the wrong kind of attention to a picture that I still think is made by a kid.
It's not made by a kid. It's definitely not made by a kid.
How old is the individual? Because if they're anything below 20, they're a kid.
I think if they're above 18, they can handle anything the internet throws onto them. Else
If
they need
you're
to be off
above
the
18,
internet.
you can handle anything.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Anyway,
I'm
the
like, fuck
Sonic
on
fan
that
that
one. I don't think I still kind of look at, if you got a 1 at the front of your age, you're still a kid.
Yeah, I mean, like,
so
the
even
maturity
so,
cementation, the cementing of maturity doesn't really occur until 25.
even so the image shows the true type of Sonic fan, like Sonic, enjoys the games, thinks he's cool, agrees Sonic isn't the best and that's okay, thinks any version of Sonic is cool, and just says, oh cool, new game. I think I've actually complained about this kind of Sonic fan on this show before.
I mean, how do we define the games and stuff like that? How do we define that? Like, is he really going to pick up Sonic Free Riders?
Like Sonic Schoolhouse?
Is he really going to play Sonic Free Riders on the Kinect and be like, oh yeah, this is fine?
I'd say the easiest way to define it is as the things that GameStop did not stop.
How come it's okay when you do it?
Because it's at least a little different.
The repetition is what makes it funny to me.
No, but don't worry. If Wayne says
You
it more
can't
than once,
disagree
then
with
we're
what's
going to be
funny to
tired about
me.
him too. I can tell you objectively that your humor is wrong.
So,
You're the wrong type of humor fan.
Quagmire.
You're a humor fan.
Jesus.
Listen.
Oh my
I
God.
like all humor. I agree humor isn't the best, but
Oh, cool. New. So likes humor, enjoys the humor. Oh, cool. New humor.
Right? See, you're a humor fan in quotation points. Me, I am according to the book, a humor fan.
I think humor is cool.
Do you think it's
Wizard?
I just imagine like a clown doing like a gangster pose in a dark alley. Because that's my idea of humor and cool.
It's hello fellow kids, but also probably a serial killer.
All right, so what's the bad Sonic fan? Then? What's the Sonic quote unquote fan? Because we need to hurry up. You guys have been talking about all kinds of shit.
We did that one.
We need to do this properly.
Wait! Hold on. Stop.
There you go. He's
Are you telling me? Are you telling me you?
He's getting it.
Completely ignored the first part of that.
Thank you and good night.
Okay, cool.
It's weird that this second one lumps in Sonic Adventure and 06 and Unleashed.
And 06?
It's also
funny because...
specific though, right? Like it's just talking about.
Yeah.
Well, but also like if you like, classic fans tend to like the adventure games and then stop at the adventure games.
Is it not okay?
And then once you get to Heroes, they start derailing from there.
Yeah. This is a very weird, specific Sonic fan that I've.
But again, I'm also fairly certain I've met this kind of Sonic fan on Twitter at least 20 times. Probably angry at me.
Me Sonic fan good. Me Sonic fan virtuous. You Sonic fan not good. You Sonic fan we don't like. I bet this was made by Stuart Jip.
Oh no! No!
He's just clowning on us.
The entire time, it was all a ruse.
Now, if it was Stuart, it'd be like the good Sonic fan admits Sonic is shit, burns every game he has, hates it with a burning passion.
If it was Stuart, he'd be like admits that Sonic 1 is better than Sonic 2.
Literally pipe bomb Sega every single day.
That's the worst thing.
A real Sonic fan lets Sega know they mean business.
I think, true fan of Sonic, will enjoy what they enjoy, not enjoy what they don't enjoy. Scrutinize things fairly, hold it to some kind of standard, and admit that it's the best thing ever made, because it is. It's the best fucking thing ever made. That's a fact,
Some friends become enemies.
Some friends become enemies.
Me and you and me. It's like I think it's fine if dude, there's some fans out there who just want to enjoy their shit and they want to talk about their about the things they like and everything, and that's fine.
That's
it's
why
like
I
people
agreed
who
to
are
this
just
fucking show, and I hate it. I hate every minute of it. I want to talk about anything else, but hate Sonic. I want to talk about fucking traffic lights.
It's like if you want to be critical about stuff, that's fine. But if you're actively just hunting down people who are just trying to vibe, and then you're just trying to tell them why they're wrong for liking something, then yeah, you're fucking annoying.
It's fucking Javier Bardem's character from No Country for Old Men wearing one of those woolen Sonic hats with the quills on it.
There's also a weird side to it too, where if you start viewing yourself as I'm the proper kind of Sonic fan as a reaction to the people who are starting to hunt down people who are just vibing with Sonic, then you kind of end up being the problem as well. You start creating a cycle.
Oh yeah. There's no good guys. There's
no good guys here.
At the end of the day, look, there is a definitive definition of a Sonic fan, and that would be it's got a little rotary motor in it, and it keeps you cool in the summertime, and it makes a little bit of noise.
I swear.
That's only because yours is busted. A real Sonic fan is properly lit.
Well, I got a silent voice, so mine's not a Sonic fan, it's just a
I like
fan.
the phrase definitive definition.
There you go. There you go.
There is a
I made
hard
a
fast
bad
definition of a true Sonic fan, and it's whoever gets Pup killed first. Get busy.
But I like the Sonic. Just
Sonic.
like how you like the Tom and Jerry, don't you, Wayne?
Tom and Jerry. What?
You
mean
like
Lucky
the
D.
Tom and
Luffy?
Jerry, don't you, Wayne?
Tom and Jerry Gear 5.
Tom and Jerry Unleashed.
Well, I saw a great picture that was just the reaction of that dragon from that episode of One Piece, where it's just when you think you've beaten the goofy kid, and then he turns into Thomas and Jeffrey.
So, guys,
yeah,
what do we think of this image then?
I think I don't want to make any particular comments about the person who made the image. That's not the point.
I do. I think they're fucking idiots.
if you want to do that, that's fine. My point there
I
was
don't
this.
genuinely think that it could be nice.
If you want to
I
get shit
think-
on Twitter,
What?
Then this is a way to do it.
Look, I think they should have taken that red light seriously and just stopped, you know, like before making this.
I think everybody on every side of the Sonic fandom gets frustrated with what they perceive to be the other segments of the Sonic fandom. How there's like people think that they actually are cleanly divided into different sides. We all just like Sonic. There's different aspects of the character that we enjoy. There's different interpretations of the character we enjoy. It's okay for all of us to like Sonic and come at it from completely different sides. That's literally why we started this show.
I want to cosplay this guy.
Just
I want an 06 hat and an Unleashed shirt.
You gotta do like you gotta do the Chad Walkers, what the fucking stride thing. Break one of your elbows, break one of your knees. God, whoever drew that original Chad stride thing is a fucking genius of art. I don't fucking care.
A Chad? They're a Chad.
Yeah, the Chad stride though. The fucking stride thing that he's doing, because that is
No,
hilarious.
I know. I'm saying the person who drew it's a Chad.
Maybe.
It takes one to know one, I guess.
Don't compliment him. That's not what this show's about.
We all just like aggressively compliment each other for an hour.
Wayne, I think you're a really nice dude, and I respect that you uphold your own fucking policies, principles, and manners.
Hop, shut the fuck up. You're really creative.
Thank you, Suris. Gilly, it's your turn.
I got nothing.
Damn.
The less he says, the better.
Man, I feel like that actually cuts a little deeper than anything you could have actually said.
Now I know what a circumcision feels like.
Suris, I think you have really big titties.
Not on this avatar, I don't, asshole. You do.
I mean,
It's
I don't
okay,
know.
I
We
got
can't
enough
see
of those.
past the table because you're so fucking short in this form. Which, to
Man,
be fair,
what
is
is
actually
the-
accurate. You are pretty short.
When is Suris gonna get sponsored by Gamer Subs?
I'm already sponsored by an energy drink company.
Oh, I guess you can't do that then.
This energy drink is brought to you by Cousin Roman Productions.
Suris, can you make another channel called Cousin Roman?
Please make another channel called Cousin Roman.
What do you want me to post on? What do you want me to post
Just
on
literally just post your ordinary stuff just under the name Cousin Roman.
Cousin
it?
Roman.
Just under the name Cousin Roman.
Yeah.
I just apply a little voice filter to it is all. It's the exact same content, but the voice filter has to be over
it's
over
fine.
everything.
It's fine. It's fine. You don't need to put effort in to be Cousin Roman. You'll always
God,
be our
it's-
Cousin
Now,
Roman.
you
There's
have
no-
to
there's
speak
no
in a bad
effort.
a bad Russian accent.
We
There's
chose,
no effort to
Connor
apply
chose
filter
that
to
name
whole.
for you because it suits you as you are, okay?
We see recent
Just put on
video game
some-
copyright strike.
some
Must
vague- so yeah,
apologize
some
for
vague-
happening.
Some vague Slavic accent, no specific, just. and
Cousin
people-
Roman here to talk to you about political situation in Ukraine.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Ugh. God, my head hurts. Fuck.
I will now
Is
play
it-
piano with Dick.
What would Nick say if he were here? What would Nick say if he were here? Come on.
He'd say, I should have gone back to bed.
It's a
Yep,
oh my,
that's
my
exa-
it's a cricket. Stop it. Oh my goodness.
Say, Cricket,
Pup.
Cricket, you terrible, terrible dog.
Goodness
Stop it.
gracious.
Cricket.
Cricket,
Stop.
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 It's like he's gonna be aggressive with
Stop it.
he's gonna like berate Cricket for like 2 seconds and then immediately go back into Cricket, calm down, sweetie.
I hate this fucking dog. Cricket, calm
And then
down,
he'll
sweetie, calm
disappear
down.
for like 5 minutes,
Hang
and then
on a
he'll
second, I
he'll
gotta
come
take
back
care of
in the
this
middle of the
idiot dog.
conversation.
Pup, why did you put broccoli in front of Nick's grave?
That's not broccoli.
broccoli.
No,
Those
the idea was the
funeral flowers.
tombstones had flower colors that represent us. He's got green flowers, I've got red flowers, Wallace has orange flowers, Suris has purple, and you have blue.
That's broccoli.
Okay. He needs his
Also,
veggies.
I don't like.
'cause it-
I like purple. I don't like blue.
Yeah, but Suris already has purple.
That's too bad.
Your background in your videos is blue.
That's too bad. I'm older. No, not really. It's more of a blurple.
I don't know. I'd say it's pretty
Nice.
blue, mate. Like,
It's like it's kind of I don't know.
I mean, I've got it on my computer. I can look at it. I can literally color.
It also
match
depends
in
on
Photoshop.
which screen you're looking at because it looks different on phones than
I
it does
can
on
literally color
computer
match
screens.
it in Photoshop to get the definitive color.
nice.
The definitive definition of the color.
Yes.
Definition.
You know what? Let's put it. Let's
uh,
put it through like a color match website thing and find out what color your background is, and then I will make the flowers on your tombstone that color.
Because my favorite color is a purple that leans very blue.
Well, should we just make Suris's one brown so it matches his clothing?
Yeah.
I mean, that would fit.
I did it to match your hair. I don't want to change the tombstones right now. Can we just get off this?
No, we couldn't get off the traffic lights.
Well,
So Charles Martinet.
Oh.
oh yeah.
Yeah, he's dead.
I was about
He's
to
now
fucking
fucking dead.
say.
I can't
He's
believe
now
I'm not voicing Sonic anymore.
Honestly, how many of you that saw the post thought that he was dead?
That's
first,
what I immediately thought. I was just
It's
like,
all written
why
that
is...
way, though, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like he's either dead or he's been like fired.
Where he's not dead, but we're gonna kill him.
According to this thing, there is no blue or purple in any of this image. Let me try.
All right, it's
Martinet has
orange.
been
It's fucking
voicing-
orange.
Charles Martinet has been voicing the character of Mario for a very long time, as far back as Mario 64, even though he actually started voicing the character before that, but that's not really important. Unfortunately, we'd like to announce that he's going to be
Executed.
disappearing.
So wait,
He's going to be executed a week from today.
what's going to be his final game as the Mario anyway?
Oh my god, they slapped a limited release on Charles Martinet.
Limited run Charles Martinet. May he survive till the second release.
So, according to the color match, your background is deep blue, but it's got hints of Paris M, Power, and Deep Kamaru. I don't know how.
Colors are
Okay.
so fucking stupid. I hate this.
We know what Wayne's least favorite Sonic game is.
You want to see something funny, Pup?
Sonic Unleashed?
You want to see something that
Wait.
that'll fuck with you, Pup?
Wait, hold on, Wayne. Check your DMs.
Yeah.
Wait.
Pup, look in our group.
Okay. Oh, that's red.
I can.
Oh,
I
come
can
on,
be
come
you
on,
and
do
Wayne.
green, do green, come on, green, come on, put a
You're
green
gonna
one in
love
there.
this. No, this is gonna be very funny.
No, it needs to be green. No! No, damn it! That's not green. That's blue, kinda. It's
Teal.
Yeah, that's the one. That's. Oh man, I thought you were gonna do the traffic lights. Oh man.
I'm
Oh,
so
that-
glad the audience is in on this.
Oh man. No.
I have different audience. I have different versions of my like branding background in different colors that was supposed to be meant for different shows, and I only ever used it once.
There's got to be a green one, right? Got to be a green one somewhere.
No, it's done.
I'm gonna make a green one. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
He's gonna sue you. For
I'm gonna
copyright.
kick Gilly off the table. You're going.
But see,
into
I should just make Pup videos and Wayne videos and just use this background.
just steal our
Dude.
avatars for no fucking
Yeah.
reason as well.
We one for April Fool's Day next year. We all just need to make videos and just upload them on each other's channels.
That's a cute idea. I
Oh
think.
dear. I think that works for all of you except mine.
I'm gonna make a video for Suris's channel.
Oh no!
Only if he gets to make the one for yours.
Hi, this is Gilly, and this is why Elon Musk is a good guy, and I love him.
No, no.
I don't know.
No,
I've seen.
No,
I've
he changed the website's name to X. He's done. That's
That's what I was gonna say. It was like I don't know. I saw the X thing, and then like him trying to take out the block button, and that was it for Gilly. That was like, okay, you know
Actually-
what? Nah, fuck this guy.
Wait a minute, Gilly. That actually there actually is a topic you probably have opinions on that would actually work on my channel really well. Come to think of it,
what is that?
microtransactions.
Yum.
Gross.
Actually, I feel like we should actually just jot this down. We should do this.
I think actually, Gilly, I think this actually isn't that bad of an idea.
This could kind of fucking work. I want to do
It
one.
is for my channel.
I want to do one for Nick's channel.
I'm gonna
I
get
want
fucked.
subscribers.
Oh, wait, there's 5 of us. How would that? How would?
I mean, so if I were doing one for yours, I would actually be doing like a fully edited.
Yeah,
30
you
to
need like
40
an
minute
hour.
long
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Wait, who's...
Yeah, I would be making a proper video.
All right, who's going on mine? I want to make sure it's good.
I'll just talk about fucking Spider-Man.
Okay, cool. Wait, no, you're doing one for fucking... Wait.
I'll do
well,
one for
Gilly.
Wayne too.
You're doing one for Suris.
I'll just
Wait,
listen,
so Gilly
listen.
should already
For
started.
Wayne's channel, I just won't upload and then still write the same script for 4 months.
Damn. All right.
Fuck. You didn't have to kill him.
I did finally finish that script. It's done.
Was it? I
I'm-
saw. Was it going to be like 2 hours long?
So I don't think that, but I do think it is going to be an hour and a half. I think this will be like my first like feature length review.
Wayne has bossed the movie.
Basically, at this fucking point, and Jesus,
Look, I respect Wayne's strategy for upload. He does it in kind of like a fashion where it's like, red light, stop. Yellow light, think about
Well,
what
yeah,
you're
well,
going to make a
Pop,
video on.
Pop,
Green
I'm
light,
making fun of Wayne.
upload.
Pop, I'm making fun of Wayne, but that's like actually how to do it.
No, I'm fully... Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off, okay? Alright? If I want to make a video in a day, I can.
You can.
I do.
I mean, I have to. I'm scared because immediately after finishing this fucking movie, I have to make a whole month's worth of videos for October.
I really don't. Wayne, you hurt yourself.
Yeah, I
Right,
you
Wayne,
make us
come-
wait,
come
wait,
sit next
Wayne,
to
what
me.
do you mean?
Come
Wait,
sit
what
next
do you
to me,
mean
there
a
we go.
month's worth of videos?
Metroid month, baby.
Now Suris is no longer staring
Oh.
at you.
Yeah, which means I gotta touch base with you guys on some stuff. I'm just
You can
I
touch
wanna
my
die.
base.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna do that. It's weird and wrinkly.
It's not. I resent that. I moisturize, bro. It doesn't have to be that way.
What are we talking about right now? By the way,
It's-
Shall we just...
I don't know if it's come through to the audience yet, but we don't really have a topic.
No, we have a topic.
We
don't have a
do
real
have a
to- we don't-
topic.
We don't have a real topic.
We have a real
the-
topic.
the topic today was just like, hey, Sonic fans are upset with Sonic fans.
Well, then
which
there
is-
was also
Listen,
the
this
other
is
thing
like
of
listen.
what the episode was named
if we were
after.
if we're an anime, this is a slice of life episode.
People like these episodes.
this is the beach episode.
Yeah,
It's the one
that-
episode where
is
Suris
that why-
isn't
It
wearing a
depends-
fucking bikini.
it depends because if you're watching Avatar, then it'll get too real.
Now, if you've seen Haruhi, the next week's episode is going to be just the same episode as this, but with some like different stuff in the background a little bit.
Do
And then next
not
week it's gonna be the
remind
same
me
thing.
of that.
Right, well, before you guys get into your nerd shit, we were actually talking about Charles Martinet
Go
dying
ahead,
as Mario.
go ahead, pup. Just Google Endless 8. Don't worry, it won't upset you.
It was some bullshit.
Shall we,
Charles Martinet.
you want to talk about the article?
Well, it's hard to stay on topic without Nick bitching about us not staying on topic.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
Okay.
he does kind of like keep us on track.
Thanks,
Alright, well,
Dad.
let me get my German World War II uniform on, and then I can become Nick.
Oh no.
Alright, so are we wanting to talk about the article?
I can't. You don't have the uniform on.
Sorry. Are we ready to talk about the article?
There we go. Sure.
Right.
Swear
Look,
to
see,
God.
Whale Fox Johnson's got the idea. He said, "You are the topic."
Tom topic.
See that? They're here for us.
I hate life. I don't want to be alive.
Cool.
Shall we talk about it? Because I just think
Don't
it could
sound
be
so
quite-
excited about it.
I think it could be quite good. There, that's the
You
reason to
think
get
it could be
excited,
quite
right? I
good?
think it could be quite good.
So the article we got in question here, it's from Game Rant.
It's not controversial this time. There's nothing controversial about it. Sonic
we,
fans aren't...
we swear.
No, the Sonic fans are not looking at this with ire. This is not another situation where it's an article written by our piece of shit friend Stuart Jip that we need to kind of discuss with him live on the show. this is an actual thing, all right?
And I remember him making a Twitter post about the video I did on him, and then after the end of it, just going like, "Actually, wait." But no, the Game Rant article is called 9 Hardest Sonic Games Ranked. So this is going to be, because I think all of us have a different idea of like what's actually difficult in this franchise.
Well, this is the thing, is like difficult can be kind of a multifaceted thing. But I guess we'll get there once we've listed off their list. Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look,
and then we'll
let's take a look
discuss
at
what
their
we
list.
think are the hardest Sonic games, but we won't necessarily rank them. We'll just kind of talk about it. Yeah. We can kind of determine whether or not it deserves to be on the list, I guess, or like.
I think we can start off with their number 9 is one I already don't really agree with. It's Sonic Rush.
I kind of half agree. I think their justifications are valid.
So in the article, they point out that it was one of the first games that was using boost, and it has some of the tougher boss fights in the series. I don't know if I'd call the boss fights in that game tough so much as they are
call them fucking
boring
tough and bullshit. I hate those bosses.
I really wouldn't call them tough. I would just call them boring because
okay, cock big, we get it.
No, it's not that. It's that Sonic Rush has a very wait and see approach to all of its bosses for no good reason.
Yeah, but the first
you just
boss
kind of have
the
to
game
sit
has
there
a
and
fucking insta-kill attack.
So just having an insta-kill does not make something difficult, though.
I think it makes it bullshit when it's the first boss.
You just have to not get hit by it. Skill issue.
I hate when he tries to be clever. He's clever as it is. Makes himself stupid.
Well, then he's bringing himself down to your level, and he's doing it as a courtesy.
Wanker. So, yeah, they did mention like some of the toughest boss fights in the series that can strip Sonic of all of his lives in little to no time, and very challenging special stages that I needed for 100% completion. And also they do mention like that, the boost gameplay style does make things difficult with stages like Altitude Limit, where there's a lot of like small footing bottomless pits.
And I can understand the logic there. I can understand the reasoning that they have there. I don't know if those pieces all being there necessarily equates to the game being particularly difficult. Especially if you've played other platformers like Donkey Kong Country and stuff like that. Like sure. I wouldn't call it the most difficult one though, or one of the most difficult ones.
Are we thinking this is a justified pick or not?
Sonic Rush?
Yeah.
God, it's been a really, really long time since I've touched Rush.
They're a good band.
I'm gonna be honest. I would have to replay it to. It's been a long time. I don't remember it being like difficult per se. But my memory on that one is also kind of fuzzy. So, fortunately,
that's fair.
That one.
Gil.
What?
Add something.
It's not particularly
Just
difficult.
add something. Yeah, there you go.
So we've got one agreement that it's difficult, 2 it wasn't very, and then 1 I don't really remember.
I feel like it's kind of almost too soon for me to even say, like. I want to see what the other ones on the list are.
Yeah.
Well. So yes, but right now the conversation is just like, is Sonic Rush one of the more difficult games in the series?
Kind of not. Like, medium. I mean, it is at number 9, so that is it's the.
I guess there's also the other side of this, which is difficult. They're the hardest games in the series, as opposed to like actually being hard video games. So there's gonna have to be like, there's no way to have 0 games on this list.
Is the Sonic franchise an easy franchise generally?
Not the first time you play a game, no.
I think the easy ones are fuck easy, but they can also be a little sadistic in the difficulty department on like a good day.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, well,
that's entirely fair. The next one on the list though is Shadow the Hedgehog. The reason they put in here is like, alongside the darker, more serious tone, also came some of the most punishing enemies, stages, and shit in the series. So I'm actually going to be honest. I agree with this one. I when I was recording footage for Shadow the Hedgehog on when I was doing my What If series for it, I wanted to slam my head through drywall.
It's also...
It's a
Sorry, go on.
it's less that the game is naturally difficult and more that the game is utter bullshit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's difficulty inflicted by completion quota.
It's not even that. This was just like the one playthrough.
Oh.
The completion quota is a problem. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on how you play it, because I don't think it's that bad if you just run straight through.
Well, I did a straight through run for recording the footage because I was like, I'm not planning on doing a whole bunch of missions in this game because I don't like the game that much. But even just doing a straight through run, by the time you get to the 6th level, there some variations of level 6 are kind of just bullshit, and some of the final boss fights that it has after level 6 are kind of just bullshit. Some of the Eggman fights specifically, all the ones against like gun robots are kind of fine, but I don't know. And it's not one of those things where like the game feels like it's naturally difficult, like it was planned to be that way. It feels more like it was just sloppily designed and therefore it's hard.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is like, are Sonic games ever so much hard as they are just kind of bullshit?
I mean, I think that you can have challenging difficulty and you can have wank difficulty.
Like, because like I brought up dimps earlier, and that's literally just because they put bottomless pits everywhere.
Yeah, I wanted to talk
there's-
a little bit more about like my definitions for difficulty, my definitive definitions for difficulty in Sonic games after we're through the ranking.
Can we get definitive definition on a t-shirt?
Buy the merch, people. It's coming soon. You can
No,
get a
dude,
definitive
honestly, that's
definition
part of-
shirt.
That I'm not going to talk about it too in depth, but that thing I was telling you about, like, that we should do with the podcast, that's also they do merch.
Oh my
So-
god.
Excellent.
What's this thing?
So
We'll get into it later.
we'll get into it after the show. But there is the
Phillies
next
five?
one they have here. The next one they have here is Sonic
I love the
Heroes.
first sentence.
All right. Oh, come on,
Developed
man.
during the very awkward transition from 2D to 3D Sonic game. Oh my god. This revisionist history shit.
It's almost like the
An
2
article
games
written 2
before
days
it
ago.
demonstrated it didn't have to be like this. That's
They
the problem with
knew-
Sonic Heroes. I feel like when you say
They-
that, you undermine the problem with Sonic Heroes.
Like,
I like how they talk about the third 3D game, or what is it? Third 3D game as a transition.
Yeah, also, like, it's like,
It's
oh yes,
not-
because of the 3D platforming design, it resulted in many of the characters slipping and sliding across each stage with no real direction. It's funny that that wasn't much of a problem at all in the
In the
3D
previous games?
that came before
Yeah.
it.
That was more, that period of time was also like more of a transition for Sega as a company than it was for Sonic as a franchise at all.
yeah. It was a time of developing Sonic games on hardware that
Well,
wasn't
it's like-
proprietary anymore.
He had honestly, the whole like rough transition to they transitioned all right to 3D. It's just that they didn't keep doing it, and then they're like, "Fuck it, let's just do all this other shit."
And now we get the rough transition into 3D meme that will never, ever, ever die.
It's fine. You know what?
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm gonna do this new trend among Sonic fans where it's like something's written in bad faith, but people disagree, so therefore I'm now gonna defend it with my life.
I honestly think the rough transition was the Saturn period and ended once we got the adventure games. Like the transition was done. He was in 3D at that point, and it was established what to expect from it. So
I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with
was
that.
over.
If he had a rough
Um,
transition to 3D, I'm not even gonna hold it against him because that's a difficult thing to do. You know.
So it does mention in here that some of the issues with the game have to do with the characters being very slippery, which
Yeah. That's
yes,
bullshit.
I think
Difficulty inflicted by control.
I'd say that it was way worse in Shadow. I would have put Shadow above this one because I think Shadow the Hedgehog slipperiness is like double what was there in Heroes.
I also
honestly.
think the completion quota in Shadow is more obnoxious than the completion.
I'm
quota in
going to be
Heroes.
honest though. I had more fun with Shadow than Heroes.
Interesting.
See, I'm the opposite.
I don't like
I
Heroes.
hate Shadow the Hedgehog, but I actually really enjoy Sonic Heroes.
My thing with
Um,
Heroes is like I can play just through the Sonic story and have a decent time and be like, well, that's Sonic Heroes for me. I don't think the final chapter is worth the work that you have to put in to get there.
It's not.
The chaotic
It's really
stuff,
not.
The chaotic stuff is bullshit because it's hunting within levels that are entirely speed-based. At least when we had hunting in the adventure games, they were stages that were designed to be hunted in. And then it's also just like, well, playing the game on effectively easy difficulty after you've already completed it in medium feels redundant, so Amy's story is fucking redundant. And just, yeah, I don't like Sonic enemies having... I say I don't like
Health
Sonic...
bars?
I'd say I don't like Sonic enemies having health bars, but that's also kind of bullshit because I love Sonic Frontiers, and most of the enemies have health bars.
Frontiers
But
also
the
had real
difference though-
combat.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
Frontiers has an actual combat system.
That's the thing. Like, for the kind of game that Heroes is, having enemies with health bars just halts progression for no reason, and the combat isn't particularly exciting at all. Whereas, like, Frontiers is like, oh, look, he did a little circle thing, and now he's doing a little loop thing, and now he's doing a little whoosh.
Like,
There's
if we
also
were
something
to...
about the... Oh, sorry.
Oh, you go ahead, Wayne.
And there's also something about the constant character switching that just... God, it never feels comfortable. And,
It definitely feels like it would be better to have, like, punching and flying as just regular hotkeys, not as
The other
switching
thing
buttons.
is you can't get hit if you're holding a key, otherwise you lose the entrance to the special stage, and that's an obnoxious task.
That is a bullshit thing. Like, even enjoying the game, I won't say the game's bad, because I do think it's fun. There's a lot of enjoyment that can be had with it, but
Tails looks pretty
there's a-
yellow there.
Yeah, he does. He looks like a kind of a mustardy yellow there.
but
it does vary from game to game, but if you were to ask me what Tails' like archetypal color is, I would still say orange, because like more often than not he's orange.
Jokes aside, I do think Heroes is where they started leaning into more of a yellow color tone, if only because that's when they started like trying to emphasize the different like the
I
primary
mean,
The
colors.
primary
yeah,
colors.
Look at the
Yeah.
renders as well. Like
Yep.
that's a yellow
Yeah.
Tails in the. I'd also say
Yeah, I
maybe
think-
like it really does vary from game to game, but I mean, like, okay, I'm gonna throw another ball out there. All right. Okay, maybe he's both. I'm gonna have a preference and say I prefer him in orange, and that's okay.
I will say, if we were to, like, unfuck Sonic Heroes, it would just be tightening up the controls,
Simple, make
rem-
Tails orange.
and annexing Team Chaotix, and then making it to where you found anywhere where there's a key to a special stage is just a portal to a special stage.
Make it so
Yeah,
the characters don't look like they've had a condom stretched over them.
They
That's
this
exactly
was,
what
this
it looks
was
like.
this was the beginning of, like, plasticky Sonic.
Okay, they have an
I-
excuse in this game, to be fair, because the trends, but Sonic 4 Episode 1 has no excuse.
I am also sorry, Suris, but unfortunately, the same rules apply to Sonic Heroes as the Thanksgiving turkey.
So
Don't
you have to
fuck it.
carve out the bad bits.
No,
That's not
don't
what
wrap
I
it in a
was referring
condom.
to, but that's okay. Yeah. You know what? Never mind. Fuck
Do you
y'all.
wrap your Thanksgiving turkeys in condoms, Suris?
Do you not?
I suppose
Yeah,
if
it
you have
keeps
like
them-
a
it
lemon
keeps them
one, it makes
moist.
it a little zesty. You know?
You don't want
It
them to dry
protects
out.
them.
You don't want them to dry out in the oven.
Just wash it. Just wash under the foreskin. I
Gotta-
don't understand what's so hard about that.
So-
Bring in the rubbers. I gotta lube up dinner.
I'm gonna make him gobble. So, the next one on the list, though, is they have Sonic Adventure 2
Well, hold on a minute. Like,
as the 6th most difficult Sonic game of all time.
I feel like we really didn't focus much on the Heroes one.
I
I think we talked about Heroes longer than we
we
talked
talked about
any
Heroes
other
longer than
game.
most of the other ones.
Frog Forest is fucking difficult, and I hate it.
Frog Forest, it takes some adjusting to.
The
It
crocodile
definitely
quick
does.
time event is just without warning, and it's like you know, like
The crocodile quick time event is literally just like press A handful of times and then you're done.
yeah, but it doesn't warn you, you know, and you don't know what the highest amount of swing time is.
All right,
so,
here's
like,
here's a take. Get rid of quick time events. Period.
Yeah.
In video
unless
games.
Look,
unless it's the Frontiers ones where he does a cool thing. Actually, no,
No,
make it so I can do
I'm
that.
fine. I'm fine with quick time events when there's no punishment for missing it.
Well, this is Sonic Forces. Oh. I like it if the spectacle really actually commands it, and if the quick time event feels still like you're a little in control. Like, I think there's too much of like press an X button and the character moves out of the way. No. Do the Telltale game thing and make me move the analog stick while pressing the button, so that way it still feels like I'm doing it. Even
Like
though
you're
the
actually doing a
broadcast-
thing.
Yeah. So it feels like the control input matters, you know?
Blue Ghoul poses an interesting question. Why is Wayne standing over Nick's grave?
I put you there because I didn't want Suris to keep looking at you like,
You know what? Appreciated.
yeah, I was protecting you.
So the logic they use for this next one, though, for Sonic Adventure 2, I agree with what they're saying, but I don't agree that it makes it a difficult game.
I agree with you. I think Sonic Adventure 2 as a game is much easier than Sonic Heroes.
It's not a difficult game to clear through. It's really not.
I mean, that said, that final stage, like the final actual stage where you play as all the different characters, especially if you don't have the breathing apparatus for underwater, that's quite a difficult stage, and I commend it for it. It's good. It's hard in a good way. But
I think my problem with the knuckles section of that stage doesn't even have to do with like how much air you have. It has to do with how tight the timing is on getting yourself in front of a cage.
It's a very difficult stage. I thought that stage was kind of Eggman Land difficulty, and no one talks about it.
It's definitely pretty hard. It's very hard, and not in a way that like gets you killed. It in a way that will make the level naturally very, very long for you, whether or not you want that to happen, which is fair. But the reasoning that they give in the article is that running through Sonic Adventure 2 isn't bad, but trying to 100% the game, which does require A ranking every stage, that's difficult. And I agree with that 100%. I as a kid, I A ranked all of Rouge's stages, and you all know why. But I could not bring myself to do more because doing just one character was way too much already. So I agree that yes, getting all A ranks on that game is really, really difficult. I don't know if that merits putting it at the top of a worst or a hardest Sonic games of all time list.
I agree with you completely.
It's the Crash 4 debate.
Like I think like a game that is harder to just play the general story would always come like higher on like a difficulty list than one that's harder to 100%, because I kind of expect 100%s to be difficult.
They're going to be a challenge because they're for the people who want to sit there and put their nose to the grindstone on the game.
Yeah,
and that's fine. Like that's what that's for.
I'd put Heroes above Adventure 2 in terms of difficulty because the main story is a bit of a slog to get through. Whereas Adventure 2
the main story is longer
slicker
and harder in Heroes. Well, also just like the levels in Heroes themselves are naturally more punishing than anything Adventure 2 throws at you.
It's almost like I'd say Adventure 2 isn't hard. Unlocking Green Hill in Adventure 2 is.
You mean
hard.
you mean Green Hills?
It's not called Green Hills in that one.
Look at the article.
Ah, come on, man.
Oh, come on with that!
Look
Green
both
Hills
ways.
stage. But no, I don't know if I think this one belongs on the list. I don't.
If it does, it's way higher up than this.
If,
As in lower. I don't know. Fucking. It's
like
not near one.
if the criteria is going to be 100% completion for everything, then Heroes actually does deserve its spot now.
Also, you really gotta define what it is that make like what your criteria
that you're using difficult. Like, are you like is your criteria for difficult hard to get through the main story? Is it hard to 100%? Is it hard because it's mechanics, or is it hard because like some random bullshit was programmed in by a sadistic programmer who was having no coffee that day? Like, what is our threshold?
So is it hard to play, or is it hard to endure?
So the next one then is Sonic 2.
I don't understand how these next two are on here, but Sonic 1 isn't.
Yeah, Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic. So as somebody who likes Sonic 1, that game is harder to sit through and play than Sonic 2 is.
It's easily more difficult than 2 and 3 and CD.
I'd say it's valleys and mountains and valleys. I'd say like Sonic 1 in general is a harder game. Like, there's more difficult levels in Sonic 1 than there is in Sonic 2. But when
Okay.
Sonic 2 has difficulty, I'd say that difficulty is more difficult than anything that's in Sonic 1.
I
For
don't
example,
think so.
like, a point they make here is the Death Egg robot fight.
Yeah, that's easy.
I don't think it is. I've tried different strategies to, like, kind of guarantee success, and I find that...
Pup, next time I see you, I have to sit you down and show you how to do that fight.
Yeah, please do. Come
Because
to England, man.
it's really very easy.
Come to England.
It's honestly kind of cool too, because I touched on it once, but it was just like you have to goad Eggman into firing his arms at you in a certain way. You basically have to like taunt him and then like.
Oh no, I know.
and
You
then-
have to go up to him and then run away.
Yeah.
I know that part. I just find that when
Great.
he's marching along, like, it's hard to gauge when you're gonna get hit by his little paws. You know.
What do you mean?
I find it hard to gauge when you're gonna get hit by his little paws.
You won't.
You will when he's walking along. Like,
What do
sometimes
you
he
mean?
puts
Just run away.
one of his paws
Yeah, just
out, and then you jump, and then you hit his paw, and then you're dead.
No, but don't. But that's why everybody does that fight wrong. You don't hit him while he's walking.
I don't
Wait
want to
till-
wait
you just-
though. I just want to do it quick.
All right. Well,
You-
then don't
you
say the
have-
fight's hard because you're you're
It's
impatient.
hard to resist wanting to try and hit him when I know I can't hit him when he's walking.
You're being impatient.
I
though.
know I could hit him.
Wait,
when
are
he's
you doing
walking.
the thing that I do with Metroid games where I try to brute force every boss and then wonder why it doesn't work?
It's a Sonic game. You're supposed to brute force the fucking thing. The whole thing's a power trip.
No, you don't have to brute force things in a Sonic game.
I've always brute
Come
forced
on.
Sonic games. It's
It's
my
so
way
hu-
of playing. That's probably why I like them so much.
It's so hard to drive without getting in trouble, but I just don't want to wait at the red light.
Listen, man, alright? If Sonic games had traffic lights, it would ruin it. And the Death Egg robot is a boss fight with
The whole-
traffic lights.
Okay. When you're playing a classic Sonic game and you don't have any rings currently, do you try to blaze through it, or are you a little cautious until you get another ring?
Depends. Does it have a save system?
There's a correct answer here, pup.
Does it have a save system?
Pup.
Okay, fine. I'm generally a little careful. Okay,
Okay,
I mean,
the
I would
last
still...
boss you can't get any rings, which
I
means
know,
you have to play
I
carefully.
know, I know. I mean, okay, maybe this is more a critique than anything else, but I would say not giving you any rings on that final boss makes it difficult.
But I
And-
said this in my video about it, and it's like it represents the rest of the stages in that game. Where if you take the top path, it's more difficult, but it's much faster. You take the bottom path, takes longer to get through the stage, but it's an easier route. It's the same thing. The final boss. If you want to go as fast as possible, it's a harder boss fight. If
Is
you're
it fair to
willing
say, though, that it is the most difficult final boss of the classics?
No, I think 3's harder.
No.
I think 3 and Knuckles is a harder boss fight. Yeah, because
Really?
because it's easy to. First of all, it's easy to die after you already beat the boss.
I don't think so.
Yes, you do. You have to hit fucking Eggman when he's flying away at a specific angle, or
Yeah,
else
but
you
it's
get
very-
thrown
point.
into the pit.
No, but it's really easy to find your footing. You just drop dash.
Pup.
Ignore what I said about drop
Also,
dash. I find
that
I know,
boss,
I
also
find
that
big
boss,
fingers
that
easy.
boss also has very touchy hitboxes.
I don't know, man. You got to hit his fingers. That's it.
No,
I-
after that, when he's
Okay, then, yeah,
chasing
you've
you,
got the Master
5
Emerald. You
stages to that
bonk him on the
fight.
nose. He opens his head. You bonk the Master Emerald, and then.
yeah, and you have to time your jumps properly so you don't get hit by the fire.
But that's not that difficult. I feel like I still
And
feel
you
like
also
Sonic...
need to take it also takes a long time if you want to take your time and be careful because you have to jump and make sure that you don't get
See, I
get
brute
hasty
forced that
because
one,
then you
and
die.
I think I've built up the muscle memory to brute force that one. So maybe.
But
I'm
it's
just
the
talking
same.
about-
It's the same thing.
I would still say it's much easier.
And
much
also,
more.
that boss, it doesn't matter that you don't have any ring. Like, yeah, you get hit one time in the last boss of Sonic 2 and you die. You don't have any rings. But also, it doesn't matter if you have rings with that boss because you can just fall in a pit and die immediately anyway.
I'd still
so-
say I think Sonic 2 is harder.
I don't know. I have way more problems with 3.
Interesting. I mean, could it also
I-
be like how much we play him as well? Because I think muscle
I-
memory's got to be a bit of a factor here.
I mean,
I will-
probably, but I never got any better at Sonic 1.
I play more.
I
I,
will
play 3
say-
more than I do 2. You know. Like,
I think the final bosses of Sonic 3 and Knuckles are more difficultly designed, but I have less trouble with them personally when I play them. The Sonic 2 boss fight does take me a few tries, but I've gotten to the point with like the 3 Knuckles boss fight where I can just kind of breeze through it. But just because I've personally gotten real good at that one particular boss fight doesn't mean that it's actually
Yeah.
easier in the way that it's set up.
That's
there's
like
a
that's like
lot
knowing
more
every
going
path of a
on.
That's like knowing every path of a Metroid game and being like, it's easy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that was like I was having a discussion with somebody about like Zero Mission, and they were like, "Oh man, the mother brain fight is such bullshit," and I was just like, "What? No, it's not." And they're like, "Yeah, no, it's like," and then they started listing out all the things, and I'm just like, "Oh, yeah, I guess if you haven't just been playing this for like over a decade, like this could actually be kind of difficult."
You should
Yeah.
get good.
I had that same experience with Resident Evil 4. A friend of mine was playing it for the very first time and was going through like all of the things that are bullshit in the game, and I was like, but I didn't have those problems when I was 12 and the game came out on the GameCube. And I guess because I've been playing that game for my entire life, that's why I don't have this problem. Oh, okay, never mind. You're right. Those things are bullshit.
I should do a video. I should do a video for the channel how to beat the Death Egg robot.
I mean, can you? But
You
also,
know what? Actually,
yes.
by all means.
I just
That'd be cool.
I want to know if there is a way of knowing exactly when you can actually hit it while it's walking. Because I feel like that one is so fucking luck based.
Well, you're not supposed to attack it while it's walking.
But you
Yeah.
can though. He's got a hitbox while he's walking.
Yeah, but it's so risky. Like,
Yeah, but I just want
it's
to
like
know.
okay,
if
like
there's-
so for example, it's almost required to be patient if you play the game as Knuckles, because he doesn't jump as high.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I've ever completed a Sonic campaign as Knuckles in the classics. I'm gonna be completely real with you. And that's my fault.
The
That's
one
me.
in
That's a me thing.
the one in 3 Knuckles is so much fun, dude. Like,
Yeah, I
highly
intend on
recommend.
doing it. 'Cause, I mean, I've
Yeah,
done it as
yeah.
Amy, so I should do it as Knuckles. You know?
Dude, Amy annihilates the Death Egg robot.
I'll bet.
Oh man, it's not fair.
Oh, I
like,
mean, I've done 3 and Knuckles
Jesus.
as Amy.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, the final boss for Sonic 2, like, you go in there as Amy and just shred it.
Excellent.
We
Thank
should
you,
do.
Amy.
We should each do a video on like we claim one game and pick apart the thing that everybody says is bullshit and be like, no, it's not here.
In fairness, I do think the fucking Wing Fortress fight's a little difficult.
No, it's not.
I don't know. I think it's kind of fucking.
No, you know what's funny about that fight? That fight is easier if you aren't patient.
Oh yeah, no, like just drop your rings, collect them up again, and jump back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I generally do that, but I have found that in some cases you can get a bit fucked. Okay, well, we seem to be split on Sonic 2 at number 5. I don't think.
I mean,
it's,
I think we're gonna have the exact same conversation when we bring up Sonic CD, though.
as
I
I say,
agree,
mountains and
I-
valleys.
I don't agree that CD is harder than 2.
CD. I mean, if you're playing for the bad endings, it's piss easy. But
I
like,
feel like CD also gives you like enough options.
Yeah,
on
but then wait,
how
because
to-
wait, before we even go on, then we can't really use that because then if we're gonna do that, then we have to include the special stages in Sonic 2. You know what
yeah,
I
and
mean?
I think the ones in CD are easier.
So yes, no, I'm saying so if we're talking about 100% completion, because we weren't, we just talked about all of Sonic 2 without mentioning the half pipe.
yeah. So
no,
there's
that's
something I'm
true,
saying
that's
here
true,
is I don't really count completion in this.
Yeah, so that's why I'm
If
saying
you're
I
just-
don't think CD's
As
harder
long
than
as you
2.
complete the
Yeah.
story. In which
No,
case,
that's
yeah,
fair.
CD.
If you're just running through CD, then like yeah,
You
it's,
hold
it's actually
right.
not that hard. What's the wacky workbench is bullshit.
Wacky
but
Workbench though
it-
isn't so much hard, so much as just annoying. You know, like it
It-
doesn't
yeah.
hurt you. It just you get tired of having to climb your way back down again. It's a slog. But even then, if you just brute force that stage, go for the bad future, you can still get through it really quickly. Metallic
it hurts my
Madness.
patience.
Metallic Madness can be kind of challenging in a way that I actually do appreciate. In other ways, not so much. I hate it when you jump on a spring, have no way of knowing that there's spikes above you.
The only level I have an issue with ever is Stardust Speedway. Because I get
really?
confused. Yeah, I just get confused and I don't know. I just end up in the
No,
same
that's
spot
fair.
48
I
times.
have-
It doesn't
I
take me
actually
long
had
to
that
work
same
out, though,
issue.
to be fair.
What?
It never takes me long to figure that one out, though, to be fair.
I will say the way that the rail system is communicated in Stardust Speedway is not good. Because it's just like it's legitimately hard to tell like which rails are active and which ones aren't. And so you're oftentimes just trying to like jump onto a rail. Really should have been like a color system or something, which is crazy because like collision, not collision chaos. What am I thinking? No, am I thinking?
That shitty fucking Lost World level does that.
I'm just like, yeah, just add like a new effect to the one that's currently active, and then you kind of solve that problem right then and there.
As if we're not talking completion, no, I would say Sonic CD has no place on this.
Yeah.
Game's fucking easy as fuck.
The next one on the list, though. Oh boy. We can't have a list like this without this game coming up, and you know it.
It's a tricky one to talk about this one.
Wait, but we should probably touch on the article itself, because what was their reasoning for CD being difficult?
It was
so their
completion,
reasoning
right?
Their reasoning is that it requires the player to memorize the layout of every stage like the back of their hand for a chance of completing with a good time. Stages themselves
they're
are
talking
trickier to
about
navigate.
completion.
So they're talking about Sonic the Hedgehog as a franchise.
That said, they say with good time. They mean good future.
This is
right?
this is ridiculous because in Sonic CD they're talking about completion, and in Sonic 2 they aren't.
Yeah.
So it's not.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not
like
consistent.
if you're using the argument of just like like memorizing the layout. Yeah, that's the Sonic games. Like
See, this is why YouTubers are always better at this than paid journalists. I mean, they are. Let's be real. They are.
But it does point out here that you have to finish levels of 50 rings. Levels are very demanding with their time limits. The special stages themselves. So they're talking about the special stages as well as that. While, yeah, like you said, not talking about that for Sonic 2.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Sonic 2 gets special privileges.
So 06 is one I think.
The boss fight's the hardest in the entire series.
Tell that to the chemical plant boss. You know. But yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
The chemical plant boss isn't fucking hard.
Oh.
The easiest shit in the world.
Okay.
Just bonk on its
I was
head
about
as
to
many
say,
times as you
like,
can.
hey, hold up, pub.
Yeah, no. You'd have to be fucking literally dead to have any difficulty with the chemical plant boss fight. Sonic 06 is one I struggle to talk about in the grand scheme of difficulty. Simply because it's a game where the first time I played it, it was after I'd seen every review and shit like that and knew the quirks of the game. So I was able to play the game the way the game wants me to play it. And if you can figure out that way of playing the game, it's not a hard game.
So
the thing is,
I do just real quick. I want to touch on that one statement. Is it the way the game wants to be played, or the way that works for playing the game against
the way that
the
way that
design?
works for it?
The way,
It's
because
the way
it's
that
like
works for it.
things like the best example of this is literally the start of the fucking game in Wave Ocean, where you're sliding along the water away from like the whale and shit, and your instinct is to avoid the rocks, but anytime you do that, you'll land yourself in a death pit. And the key is to just take your hands off the controller and just let him slide along the water. It goes against all instincts, and it's horrendously telegraphed, but that's the way to do it. That's the only way of doing it. And there's so much like that in Sonic 06, where it's like you have to go against what makes logical sense in order to play the game.
I had a lot of that experience going through Radical Train.
Right, and you have to just... It's one of those games you have to know how to navigate it from the perspective of, this game does not work correctly. And that's one of those things where, when I first played the game, I thought everyone was exaggerating about how bad it was. When I first played the game, I thought it was actually fantastic, but it took me quite a bit to realize that it's like, I'm having a good experience because I'm playing the game in the way that the game in the busted state it's in wants me to play it, you know? And, like, that is counterintuitive. You would never play the game like that unless you knew to play the game like that. So
yeah, so people who had their first experience with it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's gonna make the game hard, but it's one of those things where when you know it, when you've got that down, I wouldn't say it's difficult. There are instances where it is difficult. In that, like, Kingdom Valley. Kingdom Valley has something I think is fucking ridiculous. So, to enter Kingdom Valley, you're in the hub world and you have to do these 3 trials. The trial of love, the trial of this, that, and the other. And one of them is quite a strict little time trial and stuff like that. Some of it requires guesswork. Okay. and then it opens Kingdom Valley and you go in. But if you die in Kingdom Valley, if you game over, you are back out at the hub world to before you did the trials and have to do all of that all over again. That's what I would say is the big fucking difficulty of this game, is the stupid points in where it doesn't save. And that just that caused me a great deal of frustration. I was doing a live stream on Sonic 06, and as soon as I got to that part and I game overed in Kingdom Valley, I have not revisited it because I just don't want to do the trials again. You know, I'd rather play P06 or play on a save where I've completed the game and just play whatever level. But I think, yeah, Sonic 06, if viewed as a game, which is what it is, yeah, it's a fucking difficult time. But if viewed as Sonic 06, it's perfectly playable.
It's like, yeah, but that game is like, it's like saying a book is hard to read because none of the words are spelled right.
Exactly. Like, that's the thing. Like,
yeah, it's I had a similar experience with that game. So like I played that game not knowing any of the baggage with it when I was a kid. My friend Miguel had a 360. I didn't. I had a Wii, so I had to go to his house to play the game, and it felt like it was falling apart in my hands as I played it. But then as an adult, when I actually bought my own copy of 06 from my own 360, I obviously knew about all the baggage that was going on with that game. Sat down, played it, and started really I actually enjoy 06 when I play it. And not even playing Project 06, but like the original version of 06. But I also know what I'm getting into. I'm not a kid walking into that blind anymore.
it's also best not to play games blind anyway, because you can't see shit.
Oh my god. I wonder what the actual logic of the article used here, though. Let's see here. It says that it's similar to Sonic Heroes in how unpredictable movement and overall jankiness can make it a lot harder to play than it should be. The difference is that this lasts through the entire game rather than just spiking at certain moments. Sonic can easily fall to his death in stages like Crisis City, Radical Train. I agree with that. There's bullshit in the game where you just fall through the floor sometimes. Of course, it brings up Silver's boss fight. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I ever ran into problems with the Silver boss fight.
The Silver boss fight was where I dropped the game for the first time.
The thing with the Silver boss is, again, if you know how to do it, it's easy as fuck. You can do it in just a quick session. You can do it in under 10 seconds.
I fought Silver having already seen everything about, like, I knew about the It's No Use meme, all that other stuff. So I guess that's not a fair thing to say.
And that's the thing, is also Silver can bullshit kill you. It's one of those things where it's not necessarily hard to do, but the difficulty is harder than it should be just because of the design of the game. If It's No Uses you and you're on top of him, it doesn't matter how many rings you've got, that's an instant kill because he'll just catch you again after getting you the first time, which is bullshit.
Yeah, my first time playing 06, I had seen like one thing pop up in a magazine that was just like, hey, new Sonic game coming to the upcoming PlayStation 3. I was like, oh, cool, new Sonic game. And a buddy of mine brought over, I think it was his 360, and he had Sonic 06 with him. I was like, oh, cool, new Sonic game. And then I played it. And then I got to the Silver fight, and we gave up.
Also, this game doesn't know what a Cerberus is. Even I know what a Cerberus is, and that ain't a Cerberus.
Cerberus.
Durgacerber.
Durgacer, baby.
So, I do think 06 does have a place on here, I guess, but...
I agree. 06 was not designed to be a difficult game, but the game we have is, in fact, a difficult game, so it deserves it.
I mean, I will say this. There's a difference between a ranking of, like, the mainline well-known Sonic games and a ranking that includes things like, you know, Game.com and Game Gear and stuff like that. So we'll get there. We'll talk about that in a bit. But if I were doing, like, a full ranking of every Sonic game, including even little obscure ones, I don't actually think 06 would even make the list, nor would Heroes or Rush. So
that's fair.
That's
entirely fair.
Do we want to?
The next one on here, though.
Yep.
Next one on here, though, I think Wayne might have some opinions on. Wayne, do you want to tackle this one?
I like Sonic Spinball. I feel like it's hard at first, and then like once you learn a couple of the tricks, it's actually you can blitz through that game like really fast.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the
the-
fuck to do when it comes to pinball, and like in this case, I don't really know what to do either. And so I've never got past the first level of Sonic Spinball.
I've
Oh,
gotten past the first, and I wasn't able to get much further than that.
I just don't know what to do.
I suck at I suck
I
at
beat
pinball.
it. I beat it when I did my video about it, and I think it is fine. It's not a great pinball game, but it's like you know, it ain't touching Metroid Prime pinball anytime soon. But it's fine, and it is one of those where it's you do have to apply some like Sonic platforming logic mixed in with some like actual pinball mechanics to kind of know what you're doing.
Mhm.
But once you get that down and you've seen like, you know, the tricks on how to get like through certain areas and everything, it's literally just about waiting until Sonic's on the flipper at the right position, going at the right speed, sending him off, and then it's usually kind of cake from there.
I do know what I know that part. But what do I actually have to do though? I know it's a matter of like get to another area, but I don't know how to open that other area. Like,
well, you have to collect like a bunch of the emeralds that are scattered throughout like each stage, and then once you get all of them, the Eggman boss will show up, and then you get up to him and kill him.
I also get that.
I just the next area.
I just don't understand how to navigate to the next bit. Like, there's some switches, and then there's a pipe that opens, but I don't know what I did that opened the pipe, and then I go up it, and then it says worm bagged. I mean, actually, you know what? Telling the truth, I remember fighting the boss fight against Eggman. So I think I might have gotten to the end of the first level at the very least, but I can't figure out what it is I'm doing that is opening up those new areas, and I don't know if that's a pinball thing, or if it's a Sonic Spinball thing, but...
It's slightly a pinball thing. It's just like figuring out, experimenting with like which triggers like activate what things, and then you kind of go from there. It is one of those like I would actually really like to sit down sometime and just kind of run through that again. But I know the minute that I try to like do it with any form of audience, I'm gonna do really bad.
Do a seminar on it.
And it's also not it's not a great pinball game. The physics are a little wonky, and it is trying to meld.
I thought you said you loved it.
I like it.
I thought you said it was amazing.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
Look, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Falsebound Kingdom. It is not a good strategy game. It's a piece of garbage.
But Wayne said, I love Sonic Spinball, and I think it's fantastic.
He can also recognize that it's a bad
No, he said it's
pinball
fantastic.
game.
I didn't say that.
He said it's literally fantastic.
I
Literally
did not
the best
say
game
those
ever.
words. Yeah.
Would you say it's the definitive definition of a fantastic game?
He said it while he was chowing down on his Swedish fish.
I don't like Swedish fish.
Okay.
Spinball is I think justified on this list because unless the way that it melds these mechanics is not great, and there are some kind of stupid things. Was it stage 3? It was like, I think it was stage 3. There's like a section where there are these flippers on the side of the wall. I don't know what was communicated to make you think that if you caught Sonic in it and then held it so that it was going up, it would start to move, and the flipper like escalates up the wall so that you can reach higher areas. I don't know how I was supposed to figure that shit out. That was stupid. But I think it's okay to have that on this list. Spinball's I don't think that hard, but it's not easy.
I don't think
That's
it needs
fair.
to be that like high on the list, but like at the same time, I think there's justification in Sonic Spinball being here. What do you think, Gil? What do you think?
It's hard. I've never beaten it.
Okay. See, Wayne, you have to do a seminar. At least just with us, you know? If you can't do it with an audience, just do it with us.
At some point.
I won't roast you. Don't listen to Nick when he says that I'm horrible to play games in front of. I'm not. I'm lovely.
I mean, I played through all of Sonic Heroes with you watching.
Yeah,
didn't
and it
mind it.
was fine, right?
It was fine.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking Nick. All right, well, the number one pick, Sonic Unleashed. Now, what I find interesting here is how this starts, saying, in a time where Sonic fans were starting to become bored with release titles that were too easy to play and complete, while Sonic 06 is also on this list, and Sonic 06 was the mainline title before Unleashed. Yeah, so
and Heroes
and Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
So what is this easy game of which you speak?
Every mainline release.
Are you talking Secret Rings?
Covered on here
because that was hard. I thought Secret Rings was hard.
Secret Rings was a simul release that was released literally right at within a couple months of 06.
Right. So where are these easy games of which you speak? Article.
They obviously aren't. So Sonic Adventure 2 is on here, and then Heroes, and then Shadow, and then 06. That is the chronological release order of the mainline Sonic games up till Sonic Unleashed.
Are the easy Sonic games in a room with you right now? This article is under the impression that Sonic Unleashed released after Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations, I think.
Yeah. It has to be.
If you told me it did,
no way.
I could fucking believe it. If you told me Sonic Unleashed released after Forces, I could fucking believe it, because
the end of this
technically
article also is mentioning the 100% completion thing. They can't even stick to one thing here.
They can't.
So, guys, for the sake of being on the same page here, shall we agree on a version of Sonic Unleashed that they're probably talking about?
Let's go with the main version, which I think would be
the Wii
360 and PS. Oh fuck!
Because the Wii version is actually way easier to complete.
Unleashed.
So
not when you're Aaron Hansen.
I'm.
Well,
look, Aaron Hansen's a funny guy, but the man cannot play video games.
Look, I'm not Tom Topics deliberately. I'm not Tom Topics deliberately playing this game with a Wiimote to make my experience worse.
Fucking Tom Topics, fucking stupid idiot. I hate him. Okay, so in the case of Sonic Unleashed, I'll say this. Even if you trim out the stuff that makes it a bit bullshit, Sonic Unleashed is generally a more difficult game than, say, Generations or Colors or Forces or Frontiers. But I wouldn't. The things that make it difficult for me are bullshitty things, and I'm going to say this right now, I'm the biggest Sonic Unleashed fan in the world, alright? Genuinely.
I thought you were the only one.
I am the only one who likes Sonic Unleashed. I like the Werehog, okay? I like the hub world. I love the hub world. I fucking love the hub worlds. The things that made this a chore for me, though, were when you'd have these balance beam sections for the Werehog, which require a really tight turn. But the Werehog, no matter how slow you control him, has a really wide turning circle. And I know you can jump, but it still made it way more difficult than it needed to be. And then pair that with in Eggman Land, which, as it is one of the more challenging Sonic stages, and I love it for it, but there is this one section with these balance beams, and because you're playing as, like, Werehog and stuff, the camera is kind of fixed to a certain point. You can move it left and right, but it doesn't really change perspective. And the camera movement is super delayed when you turn corners, so it's really difficult to align yourself with the beam, and it doesn't need to be. The things that make this game that much more difficult don't need to be. But I do appreciate that it is still ultimately a more challenging game as well.
That's fair. I don't like... I love Unleashed, both the Wii and the 360 version. I don't like the Werehog section. I don't think it actually is because I don't like the Werehog. I actually don't like God of War or Bayonetta.
I think it is also a fair assessment.
Fuck you.
I don't.
Fuck you for not liking Bayonetta.
I think the
Okay.
assessment that
I'll
it doesn't
agree with,
belong
like-
here is fair as well. I will say that much. I like the Werehog, though. I think it's a fun playstyle.
I will say I also am not crazy about the original God of War games, but Bayonetta I do like a lot.
It's because it's good.
I tried really hard to enjoy. I played God of War 1, 2, Chains of Olympus, and then stopped. And I just couldn't enjoy them. And I've tried Bayonetta 1 and 2 and could not enjoy it. And I think I know that I just don't enjoy that style of game.
I
All I'm
think I
saying
think you
is
might have.
that
I think you should see a doctor. There might be a problem.
There might be a
people,
problem.
People seem to talk about God of War 3 the most when it comes to the original trilogy, and I think that's because it was full of the big cinematic fights that everybody likes to remember because they looked cool.
Yeah.
And it helped distract them from the fact that the base combat is not interesting in the slightest.
Well, there you go.
Not a fan.
Boys, do we have any opinions on just like Sonic Unleashed as being the most difficult Sonic game ever made?
I don't think it's more difficult in any of its forms than something like 06.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't say it's anywhere near the most difficult on this list.
It's hard for me to call Unleashed like more difficult than 06 when 06 struggles to even do what it's supposed to. So
06 fights you the entire time you're trying to play it. Unleashed doesn't. Like
06 doesn't want to be played.
yeah, it wants you to just leave it alone, you know, where it's like
it wants to sleep.
it's a hostile game. Sonic 06 is just fucking hostile towards the player. Well, Sonic Unleashed is friendly. It just occasionally will, like, you know,
Breaks.
it will occasionally, like, jab you with a protractor or something in class, you know? Like, it's that friend that you can't trust with the soldering iron in Woodwork.
Yeah, I would put almost any of the games they have on this list, almost any of them, above Unleashed.
Yeah, Wayne loves his Swedish fish.
I don't care for Swedish fish. Don't like
Wayne,
it.
you ever
I
have?
don't think they're that
You ever
bad.
have the Wayne? You ever have the Swedish Fish G Fuel?
Oh God, kill me.
When I tried the Swedish fish, I got it from that little pharmacy in Boston with the really loud fucking self-service ring-ups, you know? And then I ate them in the park in Boston. Anthony was the only one that wanted
Here
a
you go.
Swedish fish as well. I found with them, the main thing was it begins with promise of taste that it doesn't quite follow up on, you know? Like, the flavor isn't quite present and pungent enough.
Well, Swedish Fish has a very specific flavor, and it tastes like Swedish fish. That's why they're able to make.
No, but like when you
G
take a
food.
bite, you expect like the cherry flavor, and it
No,
only...
I expect Swedish
No,
Fish.
No, I think
Swedish fish is a very.
It's a flavor.
It's its own thing.
I think it's like
It is
candy,
a
but
flavor in of itself.
It's like
You
candy, but it's
might-
edging. You know, it just doesn't
You-
have much flavor to me.
You might expect a cherry flavor until you know better.
No, but I expect more
So,
flavor. That's the
okay,
thing. Is
so-
like, what does Swedish
so-
fish fucking taste like? It just tastes like nothing. It
Swedish
tastes like the
fish?
beginning of cherry.
You,
I don't know,
you
what
guys
does
need to
banana
know.
taste like? It tastes
you
like
guys-
banana.
You guys need
Swedish
to know
fish tastes like
about.
Swedish fish.
Well, what
You
does
guys need to know
Haribo
about
taste like? When
this.
you get the strawberry Haribo, what does it taste like? It tastes like strawberry.
There's
No,
there's
it's
something
not
that you got-
advertised as tasting like strawberry.
No,
Yeah.
the Swedish fish, it says cherry flavor on it. And it has, you eat it, and it's like, there's a bit of cherry
What?
there, and then it just doesn't follow
Does
up.
it actually?
Well, these ones
Hold
don't.
on.
I don't believe that.
Hold on. I need to look.
No, I'm curious. I want to know. Does it actually?
I think
advertise
I
itself
might
as
be, I
cherry
might be
flavored?
wrong about
No,
that.
it doesn't. It just
I-
says
it
Swedish
doesn't.
Fish. No.
It just says new look, same fish.
No, but the point I'm making
What
isn't...
you need to have Scandinavian swimmers from Trader Joe's.
I'm... But who did he betray? I'm not saying
I'm
though,
serious.
I'm not
'Cause look,
saying
wait,
that I expect
Look.
it to taste like cherry
They're
before
different
I
flavors.
eat it. It's one of those things where I bite into it, I taste the beginnings of cherry, but it doesn't fucking follow up. You understand what I'm saying here, cuz?
I don't taste the
Wait.
cherry. It's almost like, have you ever eaten a
What?
Twizzlers?
What is he
Have you ever
wanting
eaten a
about?
Twizzlers?
Yeah, I've eaten
Have you ever
Twizzlers.
eaten a
Twizzlers do not taste like
not,
cherry.
not the peelable ones.
Okay,
Just
so
the
the
regular,
strawberry
just the
ones.
The,
regular.
the
Strawberry
regular
laces,
ones that
right?
don't peel. Okay,
The laces.
there is no strawberry flavor in there to be detected at all. And it says strawberry. There's no strawberry flavor in there. I don't know what. Usually strawberry candy, you're like, oh, it tastes like strawberry candy.
No.
Twizzlers does not have any semblance of a strawberry flavor in there
I
at all.
mean, did you know that raspberry flavoring used to come from like a cow's asshole?
It wasn't
Wasn't
a
it-
cow's asshole. It was a beaver's.
Yeah. It's a
That's the
beaver.
one. Sorry, beaver butthole.
And it was
Vanilla.
raspberry flavor and vanilla.
Mhm.
God, how did they achieve that, and who tested that? Who was the
But
first
like
person to think,
my point,
we
my
need
point
that
is
flavor.
It still
Here's a
vaguely
beaver.
tastes like that. Whereas like like when you taste banana or you taste grape, even if it doesn't taste like the actual fruit, you still detect that as like this is grape flavor, right? Like it tastes like grape flavor.
It's
if
like
I,
banana.
if I were to pick up a beaver
I-
though
I-
and eat its
I
ass,
know
Twizzlers are
grape
like banana.
flavor.
Twizzlers
I know
taste like
grape flavor
banana.
when it makes me feel like I'm gonna hurl.
I just googled what does a beaver's ass taste like.
Oh my god.
That is gonna be in your search history, and
No, it's not. Incognito tab. But
That
it doesn't
no,
really
does-
matter when
does
everyone
Nick-
heard that I did
does
it,
Nick-
so you know.
Does Nick know about this?
He surely knows, right?
about Pup, yeah, I think he's familiar.
No. Look in the group.
Oh.
This is a little
He's
Swedish turtle.
typing. He's already typing.
Swedish fish and friends.
I actually prefer the look of the Scandinavian Actually, no. Because that's Swedish Fish and Friends. So, do Scandinavian swimmers have like a version where it's just one specific thing?
No,
Then
if
by
it's a
default,
Trader
I
Joe's-
prefer Scandinavian swimmers.
But they do have sour Scandinavian swimmers.
See, that's awesome.
So hold
too,
on.
like,
Actually, question, Gilly. Have you had the Scandinavian swimmers?
Yeah, they're good.
when they
okay,
call
do
them
they
swimmers,
taste
though,
like
I
Swedish
think of
fish?
like sperm
No.
cells. You know?
Okay, so are they
It's
closer
Swedish
to
fish-
just like
What?
It's
are
like
they closer
Swedish
to like
fish
regular
consistency.
gummies?
No, it's like Swedish
Swedish
fish
fish-
consistency, but the flavor is better.
Okay, so that gummy that has like no give, it just kind of
Ye-
like
Yeah, like a you know, like the cheap fruit snacks.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
All
The
right.
good ones.
Sorry to do this, boys, but so what would you put like as like some of the harder Sonic games?
Oh god,
Swedish
Sonic.
fish.
You know they have blue raspberry lemonade Swedish fish. I didn't know that.
I think my number one pick, and it's looking at me in plain sight, is Sonic
Oh,
2
no.
8-bit.
Wait, guys.
Yeah.
I know. Hold on. I'm sorry.
8-bit Sonic 2 is the
I
Dark
forgot
Souls
that this
of
was a thing, and now I
platforms.
remember. Now I die.
Yo, what?
Swedish fish Oreo.
Is that a limited thing, or is that something you can just get
Yeah.
anytime?
I don't know. I don't think it still exists, but it was a thing.
Oh man, I want to try that, man.
God, it tastes like shit.
I doubt it tastes
Gilly,
like
the
shit.
next
I bet
time
I bet it tastes like Swedish fish.
the next time we hang out, I need to actually like bring some homemade gummies or some shit.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
American Swedish fish.
Oh, that's patriotic.
American Swedish.
I like the white one. They should make it in the shape of a sperm cell and call it a Scandinavian swimmer.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, so hardest Sonic
Okay,
games.
so-
I think I think 8-bit Sonic 2, especially the Game Gear one, is the hardest Sonic game.
Okay.
Anyone?
I'm
I
trying
think
to.
I-
I'm legitimately trying to think here.
Is that like a
I
definitive
would
definition?
actually I would actually be willing to put most like I'd be willing to put Sonic Chaos, I'd be willing to put Sonic 2 8-bit, I'd be willing to put even Sonic
Wait,
1
Sonic
8-bit.
Chaos? Are you kidding me? Sonic Chaos is the easiest fucking thing ever. Are you thinking of Sonic
Not-
Blast because of Blue Marine Zone?
I might be. I think so my thing is I both actively dislike all of the Sonic 8-bit games.
Why am I always
And
the one
have
that gets
difficulty
shit
with
for
them.
that from? The only one that gets shit about not liking most of the 8-bit Sonic games. Why never you? Why never you, sir?
I just cannot bring myself to enjoy those games.
I agree for the most part.
I-
I don't hate Game Gear Sonic 1. Not Game Gear Sonic. Master System Sonic 1. I don't hate it. I think it's alright.
Yeah.
I can get some fun out of it. I like Chaos. I like Triple Trouble. I think they're pretty good. Blast is obviously fucking terrible.
No, when did Swedish Fish add turtles? Where are the turtles from?
Hi,
Nick!
And now
Nick, I
Wayne
put
is
that-
on Nick's lap.
Nick, I put that in
Aw.
the chat. I put that in the chat, and I said, "Does Nick know about these?" And as soon as I put them, you started typing in the chat.
Happy Nick, are you proud of
Happy
me?
B Theory, Nick.
Happy B Theory, Nick Wallace, bro.
Bro, milk bro.
Sally. Sally forever.
Now
I'm
I
tired.
gotta get rid of that tombstone. How did the thing go?
But work?
Yeah.
How did that go?
You guys, so do you guys know what it's like going, even though like you're getting brand new classes, like when you're coming back to school from summer vacation, it's just like, oh, I'm kind of used to this by now.
No.
Yeah.
It's kind of
no,
like that.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's just kind of like that. It's like I've done this before at multiple different hotels, so it's the same thing again. It's fine.
That's
I'm
fair.
just tired, but I refuse to sleep, so it's fine. Anyway,
Hi Nick,
Hey,
then
boy.
welcome.
Hey, boy.
Welcome to
Hey, boy.
Sunset City.
A Sunset cast.
It's a
for
show
the
about
Son-
nothing.
for the Sonic and the
How do we know when
modern
it ends?
cities.
Okay, so we're now just discussing what we would kind of consider to be the hardest Sonic games.
Well, we're gonna have to just restart the entire show. Okay.
No, it's okay. Like, so far, I've had no resistance on calling Sonic 2 8-bit the hardest Sonic game.
No, Sonic Jam.
Is it harder than Sonic 2?
Oh well, yeah. It's not. It's all right. So like, all right. Let's be clear there. It's not fair. If you're talking like a well-designed game, like no, I'd say like by a country mile, Sonic Jam is.
Sonic, you don't play
Shitty
Sonic
hard.
Jam. Sonic Jam plays you.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right.
Plays you like a violin
Sonic
and
2.
cuts your strings.
Like, what about? I mean, I don't want you guys to repeat yourselves too much. I apologize, but like, what spot in Sonic 2? Like, anything specifically in Sonic 2 makes it harder?
It's just a very fucking difficult game, innit?
What we realized is that this article doesn't make any sense, and they can't even stick to whatever criteria they're deciding to
That's
use.
true.
because
Sometimes it's completion, sometimes it's just general tasks, sometimes it's
Yeah.
playing the game the way it wants to be played. Like,
so they're not set on their own rules, so their list doesn't make any sense.
I'd put Sonic at, if we're on completion, I'd say off the top of my head, it's either Sonic Advance 2 or 3 for me.
see, we're not talking completion. That's the thing, is we were kind of
Yeah.
talking, like, just...
Yeah, the article bounced between the two of them, and then we decided that was stupid, so we stuck with just completing the game.
The thing is,
beating
though,
the
there's
game.
still
Just
so
beating the
many
game.
different, like, facets even then, because it can be down to a game that has difficult design, or it can be a game that's just fucking hostile to play, like Sonic 06. Like...
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the only time I've actually like had to walk away from a Sonic game for a second because I'm too mad. I can't play this anymore. I'm too fucking mad. It was Sonic 06 with the giant pool balls.
Oh god, fuck that. I glitch my way through that, but that doesn't make it
I
any
did
easier.
too, eventually. I did too eventually. When I first played it though, I completely lost my patience. Lost my patience with the Werehog first time around. Damn. Yeah. I'll ponder on it while you boys keep chatting.
I mean, so the thing is, we're at the end of the list.
Well,
We're at
the
the point
thing
of-
is, we're now kind of just talking about what we think are the hardest ones. So I've put my little vote in for Sonic 2 on Game Gear. I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna say Game Gear because you don't have the screen real estate. You know.
I'm okay seconding the Game Gear one, if only because
Yeah, but then
any
wait,
pick
which
I gain,
Game Gear what?
Game Gear Sonic 2.
Sonic 2 on Game Gear.
Yeah, but then it's like you have the argument of, are you talking about that game itself?
Yeah.
Because, like, if I recall correctly, yeah. So, are you talking about 8-bit Sonic 2? Because then you could just play it on the Master System.
Oh yeah, no, still on the Master System. It's a bitch.
I mean, yeah, but like if you're gonna put in like screen crunch as like a reasoning, like
Yeah.
as opposed
All
to
right,
the
I'm gonna
design,
take
then
screen
you
crunch
could-
off of. I'll take that out of it. I'll take it out of the equation. I'm still gonna say Sonic 2 is just a very difficult game. And you know what? I think
I'd say
for me,
I'm
another facet of difficulty can also be the punishment for succumbing to the difficulty, because I would probably instinctively say a game that sends you back to the very beginning of the game if you lose is fundamentally more difficult than any game with a save system, which makes it kind of a difficult discussion. So are we keeping that in mind or no?
I don't know, dude. Because, like, I don't think Sonic CD is, because Sonic CD, you can't save in Sonic CD.
You can
right?
save in Sonic CD.
Okay,
you can
which
save.
one?
Yeah.
Which one can you not? Okay, so Sonic 3.
No, Sonic 3 has a save too. You're thinking
Sonic
of
3
Sonic
has
and
a save.
Knuckles.
Let's take- wait,
Knuckles,
Okay, let's
like,
take
if
Sonic
you're
and
playing it
Knuckles,
myself.
or Sonic. Let's say take Sonic 2 or Sonic and Knuckles, right?
Look,
I don't think either of those games are harder than Doom Eternal.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, yeah,
So-
it's like I said, you know, it's mountains and valleys, you know.
Doom Eternal fucks.
So good.
what if we did it like by era or something like that, just real quick, like the original classic games? What would you say is like the hardest of those on the Genesis?
I said 1.
I'll say Spinball.
Oh, if we're counting Spinball, then Spinball.
Spinball was on the list. Spinball
Yeah,
was
yeah.
actually on the list. Yeah.
You know, I've been rethinking like my answer to the whole Spinball thing, and I think just because there's like so many different mechanics working against each other that like it's like you have to know classic Sonic movement, you have to know pinball, and then you have to know some other bullshit that it just kind of comes up with halfway through the game. Just because I'm used to it doesn't mean it's not hard. So yeah, I'd probably say some Spinball.
You know what? I agree. Spinball's an agreeable one for like. Can we also do an 8-bit one though? Because I just think 8-bit's a fun discussion.
I agree. Yeah,
I agree with most any 8-bit you could put on there.
I would say also, if you guys are ever looking to pick up Spinball again, go into the settings and change the speed because you can.
Oh no, definitely. I always do that.
You're liking, yeah.
What?
I've never done that. What?
What
Yeah,
the
no,
fuck do you mean?
So there's a high
That's the
speed
thing we
mode.
can do.
That's one of the
There's
things.
a speed setting in Spinball. Did you not know about this?
Yeah, it makes it less
No.
floaty and more predictable.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
What?
it doesn't make it that much better. Let's
No,
be clear,
it's-
but yes, you can.
It's not a total game changer, but it helps.
Wait. 8-bit Sonic Spinball.
8-bit Sonic Spinball?
I actually
I
found
don't
that one
think it's
easier.
as hard. Yeah, I don't think that one's as hard. It's a piece of garbage, but it's
His ass is an
easier.
ass game.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta be honest though, like the graphics for that hardware are actually not bad.
Even as a kid, I thought the Game Gear just looked ugly.
Yeah. It sounds like shit too. I hate the sound.
Yeah, yeah. Not a huge fan.
I tell you what, Labyrinth has a soundtrack
but
better than any.
Donald No Magical World. Donald No Magical World. That game fucks.
I'll have to try that sometime.
You Republicans and your video games.
It's a hidden gem.
All right, so
Yeah,
for
Genesis.
8-bit title, like for 16-bit, we're kind of all in agreement. Sonic Spinball, right?
yeah.
8-bit
I've never
titles.
agreed with you on anything ever about anything.
Do we have any contest to Sonic 2 being the toughest 8-bit title?
Full
I don't
confession,
think I do.
I've
I don't.
not beaten any of them. I have played a lot of the Game Gear games, especially recently, just for footage for stuff.
Wait, you haven't
I-
even
I
beaten
think-
one?
Well, no, like I just haven't like sat down and just
Well,
completely done. I've like done the
Chaos,
stuff to
you can-
try them out.
You can complete like Chaos in 20 seconds. It's a really quick game.
Yeah, like the only one that like stood out to me as being like just a pain in the ass was Sonic 2. Like not even Sonic Labyrinth is difficult.
You can get through
least
Labyrinth,
from
it just isn't
Revelation.
very fun.
I didn't hate it. I think it could have been tweaked a little bit better, but I thought it was
Yeah.
alright.
I don't hate Labyrinth.
I just
I
don't
don't
find
either.
it fun.
I've I've never played Labyrinth to make an opinion.
I
I
remember
find
trying
Sonic Labyrinth more
like,
fun than Labyrinth Zone.
I remember trying Sonic Labyrinth like 30 years ago.
You're not even
What?
30 years old.
That was a joke.
No.
Okay.
No, I am the true humor fan,
Well,
remember?
meanwhile, me and Nick are like, yeah, me too.
Yeah, actually, literally, yeah.
I tell you what, though, the bosses in Labyrinth are kind of fucky. They can get you. They can catch you out, you know?
The boss, yeah, that threw me off. I was playing it for my Sonic Jam video. Like, that's why I was streaming stuff. It's like, okay, like, is Sonic Jam legitimately worse than all these other games? Yes. And
Oh, yeah.
the other bosses threw me off.
Jam is the
The
worst of
bosses.
the worst.
Absolutely, like, yeah, uncontested. Absolutely.
Okay, so
But-
we're kind of... I guess we're all in agreement Sonic 2 is the hardest of the 8-bits.
I want to ask this because someone brought up Make Collection Plus. What do you think is the hardest Sonic collection?
I can't comment. I've only really
Oh,
played...
The
like,
hardest Sonic collection.
I've,
I
Yeah.
remember trying. Shit, wasn't there? I guess it wasn't a Sonic collection. It was like a Genesis collection on the Dreamcast. Am I making that up?
No, you're not.
there was a
Sega
Genesis
Smash
collection on
Pack.
Dreamcast.
Sega Smash Pack.
Okay, I think that was my first time playing Sonic 1 as a kid. Was on that.
That was mine too.
Yeah.
Sonic
Sound
Gems
effect.
A friend
collection,
had it.
it's hard for me to give a shit, I guess.
That's outside of Jam. That's my favorite collection, Gems collection.
It just doesn't have
I
any
love
other
it when-
games that I would play Sonic
Gem-
Collection for.
I love it when they
Gems-
got all the weird games, though. I'm so proud of
They
them.
got Sonic the Fighters and
Yeah,
shit.
that's the first time I ever got to play that. I was so excited. I
Did-
love Jam.
I feel like I asked this last week. Do we know if the servers for like the PS3 and 360 versions are still around?
I don't think any of us checked.
For what?
Sonic the Fighters.
Oh, I mean, I got that on. Shit, I got that on both systems. It might be. It's on the Series X.
I mean, as it is, worst come to worst, you can get it on PC, and then we can use one of those doohickeys. You know,
We gotta play this game sometime.
those devices.
I
That...
mean, like, who's got Xboxes here? No Pup. I know
I've
you
got
got
an
one.
Xbox.
I got a 360, but I don't
I've
have
got-
anything higher than that.
I'm pretty sure
Xbox
this game has been at like every convention we've been to.
I've got a 1S.
Yeah.
I've got a 1S
Yeah.
and a PS3, and I'm pretty sure I have Sonic the Fighters on both.
Wait, you've got the original 1S?
Huh?
Oh wait, no, sorry. Xbox naming convention. There you have it.
I was gonna say, why you confused? I got one too because it's green.
I got the stupid Minecraft version because I thought it was cute.
Oh, that is cute. It's got a little green on it. I might
It
get one eventually.
Makes little Minecraft noises when you turn it on. It's adorable.
Oh, that is cute.
I hate
like
you.
Hey,
that.
you know the in Minecraft when you like drop something and it makes a little pop sound. It does that when you eject the
I
disc.
kind of like that actually.
It's adorable, dude. Xbox is on point when it comes to their special edition systems. Like they put more into it than most other.
The
companies
R2D2
do.
360 did stuff like that too.
Yeah. I've had that get traded in a couple.
I
of
have a
times.
Call of Duty 360 that does that.
I've got the Halo 4 360 that makes like the weird sci-fi noises when you turn it on.
What other eras did we want to discuss for hardest games?
Well, I mean, let's see here.
You could
I guess
try
like we
for
do
like
Dreamcast
Saturn.
era. I mean, Saturn would be. You have 3 options there.
Yeah, Sonic
would
Extreme is
say-
really hard to play because it never fucking came out.
I think that would have been a bullshit game.
It looked
it
like a
came
out.
bullshit game.
It definitely would have been a bullshit game.
Oh, you know what should have been on the list as well? Sorry, but rather than like Unleashed and shit, Lost World.
Yeah.
That game could be bullshit difficult.
don't
I
remember
actually
being
never
bullshit
found
difficult.
any difficulty with that game.
Not the fucking rail stage in like the last patch or the last few
No?
patches of. I found that game has some bullshit difficulty.
Wait. Last few patches. I played the game on Wii U on release. I haven't actually
I think you
played
just
through
mean
it.
last few batches.
When I say patch, I meant like patch of ground, like the last
I-
few areas.
I'm thinking like actual patches for video
No,
games.
no.
I need-
No.
I need to sit down and play the Zelda level.
You know what I'll
wanna
tell
do
you?
Zelda
this,
level's really fun.
The first
I'll tell
open
you.
zone
I'll
Sonic
tell you
game.
this. What? Not the console one, but the 3DS Lost World was bullshit.
Yeah, agreed.
Mm.
Fucking bullshit.
Oh,
ass game.
I haven't
I
played it,
haven't
but I've
played the-
heard.
Oh, you know what? Fuck Generations 3DS. I didn't like that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I
It's-
guess we're
it's
kind of
not
talking about
super
different
hard.
games. Like Generation
Radical-
3
really
is
like-
easy enough.
Radical Highway can
It's
eat
bullshit.
my ass.
Oh yeah. No, like don't get me wrong. They had some bullshit level design there.
That was the thing with
Like,
Gen's 3DS for me, was at first I was like, oh man, copy and pasting levels, that's lame. And then afterwards, oh god, please go back to copy pasting levels. You guys can't design levels that crawls up your asses and leads you to orgasm through prostate stimulation.
That was a string of words that I've heard.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
dimps people, learn to
Um,
design a level, yeah? Come on.
No, 3DS Lost World absolutely is. I'd say the worst on that system.
I
for
put it
Sonic
as
games.
like it is in my top 10 worst Sonic games. That just because it's the opposite of fun, which is the biggest crime a game can commit, in my opinion.
Dreamcast we only have Sonic Shuffle. What am I talking about?
I mean, is that hard or is it
Ah!
just crap? You know, like I think that game's just crap more than it is hard.
That game, yeah, I don't know if I'd call
It's
that game difficult.
unbeatable. It's unbeatable if you do not have all 4 people.
I mean, another thing I was gonna say is it fair to count a party game in this? But I was also gonna say, if we want to talk Dreamcast era, why don't we just fucking block it
Yeah, I mean, like I
together
guess I'm throwing everything in that's like bullshit designed. Adventure 2 was real tough for me for the first time I tried to play it.
I mean, I was gonna
Especially
say,
S-ranking.
why don't we do the generations things just to give us a bit more leeway here? And
Yeah.
just say like Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog are in the Dreamcast era.
I would say, yeah. I'm trying to think here. I've not.
I mean, the
properly
original
epic-
Xbox was essentially just the Dreamcast 2.
Xbox.
Yeah.
I mean, then I would probably say Shadow the Hedgehog, unless we are counting things like Sonic Shuffle, because that game was just a pile of crap.
Heroes took me a long time to get the hang of. Real long time to get the hang of properly, especially those special stages. Shadow, I've never bothered to fully beat, so I don't know if all those levels are a pain in the ass or not.
I'm actually a little confused now because though I mean, am I talking completion if I'm putting Shadow in there just because of how obnoxious it is to... Because the thing is, when I say completion, I kind of mean like with bonuses and shit, not like the story. And I feel like that final story is still the story, you know?
I would say that does count. The final mission in that, as far as I'm concerned, that would be like, if you're not counting that for Shadow the Hedgehog, then you might as well not count like the final story for like Sonic Heroes or Sonic Adventure 2.
Right, and
It's like
I'm counting the last story. I don't think it's just a bonus thing, you know? And it would also be like adventure, you know? Like, what's the full game?
Yeah, exactly. And the way that it's set up in Shadow the Hedgehog is some horseshit.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm gonna put mine in. I'm gonna lock it in.
So the hardest Sonic games are the shittiest design ones. Like this is, I feel like we're gonna grab a list of like the worst Sonic games to go alongside of the hardest Sonic games.
We can
That's
do that.
kinda what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
I think that's okay though. Like if the bullshit design leads to the game actually being that difficult, then it deserves the double it deserves the double whammy.
A correlation can certainly exist between difficulty and quality sometimes.
Well, I mean, let's I'd say we do like the next like the more modern ones, and then I want to hear what you guys think is like the best hardest Sonic game. That's kind of what I'm curious about.
So are we, when we go on to the moderner ones then, are we going to be kind of going from just Sonic 06 to today effectively, or?
I mean that's 2 generations ago.
Yeah, that's the
As
weird
much as
thing,
they
is
keep
like,
in the design.
it feels like maybe it should be like 06, Unleashed.
Boost era.
Oh, yeah, but then Frontiers is a boost game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not going to necessarily make the list of hardest games, and that's fine.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't put Frontiers on a hard game list ever. That game is very fair.
After the patches, the extra bonus stuff's a lot harder from what I'm hearing.
Really?
And weren't you the one that was telling us that like, hey, when you actually have to do like some of these extra missions, they're actually kind of a challenge. Like they actually make it work.
But they're fair though, you know? Like, there's nothing controller breaking.
We're not talking about bullshit though. We're talking about difficulty.
Yeah, I guess.
It's okay.
I still wouldn't call it like a difficult game, even for completion. Like, I'd just call it like a very fair game.
Well, in terms of the boost games, what would you say is the hardest? I'm gonna throw down Unleash because I've not played every version of them yet.
Are we not putting any? Is 06 just a complete outlier?
I mean, for that generation, it's the hardest for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say because the game is just very hostile to a player. Like it does, like Suris was saying, it doesn't want to be played. Like
that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, that's a great way of putting it.
Just wants to be left alone.
But
what's up?
He said actually I said that, but
I don't fucking care.
But it's
right?
It's okay.
You're just
That was a really thoughtful insight that you made, Suris.
I know,
Good job,
right?
Suris.
I remember saying
Shut
that.
the fuck up and eat your Swedish fish.
No!
Good job, Suris. Now I want to go get Swedish fish and just look at the turtle pieces, but not.
They have them at Walmart. I checked.
Get some for Wayne as well. He loves them.
I'm gonna.
He does.
He loves his Swedish fish.
I hope for Nick they make Oops All Turtles version of Swedish fish.
I will collect that bag.
All right, so of the boost era, then I would say the trickiest game of the batch is Unleashed. Wait, where does Lost World fucking factor into this though? I would say Lost World gave me more fucking annoyance than Unleashed did.
I'd say Unleashed was a more challenging game overall. That's my opinion, though.
It's so tricky because it's like the mountains and valleys thing again, isn't it? Like,
yeah. I need to see this list. I've
put it. It's in the back rooms. Just scroll up past all the traffic lights.
Oh my god.
You missed some great stuff.
I think. Fine.
Yeah. I'm gonna put a vote in for Lost World. Toughest of the boost era. Which is funny because not even a fucking boost game.
The original Sonic 2's on here? Why?
Yeah, that's why we were confused.
The criteria is really flexible on this article as well. Like,
yeah.
Flexible.
I've mentioned
pretty much all the games if you break all his bones.
That's not flexible. It's just floppy, mate.
Exactly.
My cock's not limp. It's just flexible.
Floppable.
I don't remember Sonic Rush enough to know if it gave me any real trouble.
I got pissed off with the boss fights, and I got pissed off with altitude limit.
Fair. Yeah. Well, in terms of that, the more modern era, I'd say Unleash was the one that gave me the most trouble. But again, it's not one I've really properly sat down with and learned. But my first impressions of it were like, not only did I obviously wasn't a fan of the Werehog, but the boost levels were challenging first runs through. Like they really make you work on that, like repeating them over and over again to get them down properly.
For the sake of
So-
catch up, something I said earlier was that there are points where in the Werehog stages they require you to do these very tight turns on these balance beams, but the Werehog's
Mhm.
turning circle is very wide and round, which makes those just harder than they need to be, and sometimes the camera can kind of fuck with you. I said kind of a lot of what makes Sonic Unleashed difficult is kind of bullshitty in places. Yet at the same time, take that out of the equation, it's still a harder Sonic game than, say, Generations and Colors and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a weird one. It's a strange one when it comes to difficulty Unleashed, because yeah, it is harder than Generations and Colors for definite. But like, how much of that boy was down to deliberate difficulty, you know?
Yeah.
Also, I have to get this off my chest. There's a point in the nighttime Shamar level where you think you've found a secret area, but it just locks you into a fucking endless battle gauntlet. If you find that, avoid it. Just avoid it like the plague.
Fair enough. I mean, do you guys have like a Sonic game that you think is good but also challenging?
Unleashed.
I'd say
Well,
taking Eggman Land into account, even the just regular run through of Unleashed is pretty difficult. I'm okay
The
with
thing
that
is
one.
also, like, when you get used to Eggman Land, when you, like, really honed your skills, it's thrilling. Like, it's a really thrilling stage, except for those fucking balance beam sections, but apparently there's a way to skip them, but I haven't figured it out yet.
I'm having a hard time thinking of one. Like,
Yeah, I
could just
don't generally
Yeah.
think of Sonic games as difficult per se. So it's like,
yeah.
not that I haven't ever had trouble with them, but it's just like, I don't know. It's like I find there to be a difference between like trial and error difficulty versus like okay, so like Mega Man, where it's just like you can know what you're doing, but like you're still on your toes the entire time because it still takes skill to be able to make those platforms.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear the fucking idiot logouts fucking fighting outside my window?
I cannot hear that. No.
Good.
No.
Good. I wish people
Nope.
would just shut the fuck up. I'm trying to record.
Well,
Man, that's hard. Like the old games, like I had the hardest time getting the hang of the half pipe in terms of special stages. Maybe it would be Sonic 2. Like the last fight definitely took me a long time to get the hang of. Like,
Right.
I had the most time like mastering Sonic 2 compared to the other ones. But there's more. There's more in 3 and Knuckles. I mean, Knuckles alone has a harder difficulty spike than the rest of the game there.
Of the good classics, and if we're just talking about Sonic campaigns, I would still say Sonic 2 is, in my opinion, it's got the highest difficulty mountains. Like, I still think Sonic 1 just generally is a harder game. Like, but Sonic 2, when it gets difficult, it gets fuck off difficult. Metropolis Zone is, like, more difficult than anything in Sonic 1, in my opinion. As is Wing Fortress.
And since I didn't have save states as a kid, I would say there was a bit of a drain there too, because I was not getting through those games in like hour and a half or whatever it was, like what I can do nowadays.
That's the other thing. If you die in Sonic 1, at least, like, the ending's not that far away, whereas, like, Sonic 2, if you die, it's like, oh, no, you know? I got a long way to go
Forgetting
now.
about Sonic 1, though, Labyrinth Zone alone, like that
True,
gave me
and
such...
1 does have 3 acts per stage, so I guess...
No, I would
you
say
get to-
1 was harder all together. It was probably
Yeah.
harder. Yeah.
You can definitely tell they learned a couple lessons before going into 2.
Maybe put
Yeah,
something
like
there.
how to make a good game.
I appreciate Sonic level design so much after this fucking game I've played, Because even no matter what I put, like my vote for for hardest Sonic game is the worst Sonic game, is Sonic Jam.
Can
I don't know
get
how you.
past like the
I
first.
I stopped playing it. I played it enough to talk about it, and then I was like, I'm done.
I
was
play it again.
determined to make a video about it, and then I'm gonna go right back to work on this once I'm done here.
If I can
So it's
complete the game,
like
I'm not
50
going to
minutes long.
consider it harder than Sonic 2 Game Gear. So I'm going to set myself a challenge of completing it.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah, I guess I want to ask Gerard what he thinks the hardest Sonic game is. He's had a more thorough insight to a lot of these games.
Yeah, but he hasn't played Sonic Jam.
Oh, good luck.
Not yet.
Yeah, Sonic Jam. I don't know if there's a single person on the planet who's ever found the ending to a special stage in that game.
Special stages
know if
aside, though, would you say
You
it's
can't
harder than
prove I
Sonic 2
haven't.
Game Gear? Like, I know it's a move of the goalpost, but like, I haven't been factoring in special stages or like
It's
outright completion.
Yeah, but the problem is, it's like it's hard to play Sonic Jam.
Oh yeah, no, it's just an unpleasant experience. Like,
You have to fight the game.
but unpleasant
every
doesn't necessarily
single
equal harder
level.
for me. However, I do agree that it is a much more unpleasant, arduous fucking trudge of a game. Like,
Pup, I would even just take an emulator of Sonic 2 Game Gear, see how far you get with Sonic, and then take any of the paths you can take in Sonic Jam with Sonic. Just see how you feel.
dude, let's
after
fucking
both of those.
stream that at some point.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a pain in the ass to emulate.
It's not hard. Just use the
When
original emulator.
when I did what?
Just use the original emulator.
I couldn't get it working. I don't know. I
But
had
Nick,
to
with
use
respect, you couldn't get Speedy Gonzales Sonic 4 up and running, so what are you talking about?
I think that's just because of Sonic Retro's ROM. Because like I noticed later on in that stream, like all of their ROMs just weren't working. So I think that was the problem. But no, like and Gilly, I can give you like the instructions too.
No, I'm good. I think I'm good though on that.
If you're sure.
Are you sure?
I think I played it, and I think I played it enough.
I don't know, man. What becomes your favorite?
What if I run in the middle of traffic?
I don't know. What?
Yeah, Gilly. What happens if you do that?
That'd be fucking badass. Give it a try.
We should
Marvel's
find
What If
out.
Season 2. Gilly runs in traffic.
They're gonna find
shall
my
we,
body with my hand clasped around a game com.
So, if we've all kind of just gone through all the generations now, did we want to move on to Super Chats?
I'd
I'm fine with that, yeah.
Alrighty then. Well, first up, we have Sharif with $5. Do you think they'll bring back Jason Griffith for Mario's next voice? It's a
What if they
me,
don't bring-
Mario.
Not if they don't bring back Chris Pratt first.
They're
That'd be like
not
a
gonna bring back
conspiracy,
Chris Pratt.
right?
He'd be too expensive to do for like multiple games, and they would have to have him on like a very long running contract.
Well, with all
They're
the
not-
money they're
Oh, so
getting
you
from
mean
that guy's...
Nintendo doesn't have the money to pay for him?
Yeah, and I was about to say, with
No,
all the money they're
they
getting from
have.
that fucking
Oh,
modder
oh, they-
guy's paychecks for the rest of his life, I'm sure they can afford it.
Y'all seem confused. They have the money. I'm saying they won't pay the money.
Yeah, I'll pay your
We're
money. They're gonna bill you for every time you pirated a fucking Nintendo game.
We're talking about the bullshit company that goes around like taking down Smash tournaments and stuff. They're gonna be holding on to every cent
Yeah,
they can
also
get.
that they can get it for Chris Pratt, you know? Next time you
Yeah.
do a fundraiser and you're playing a Nintendo game, they'll take the money and spend it on Chris Pratt. But the
Well,
Mario
they're-
brothers don't cost your wallet too much, or whatever the fuck the movie's thing was.
They drain your
They drain your pipes, not
The
your
only
bank
thing you
account.
didn't drain was my
Drain
bank
your
account.
Yeah, that
No.
thing doesn't sit right with me
I'm
anymore.
thinking,
Like,
drain
and I don't blame that on the film, but that just doesn't sit right with me now. Mario saying he won't drain your bank account.
Mario.
Tell that to the guy's 30% of his paycheck for the rest of his
I'm
life.
glad I read the thing about Charles becoming a Mario ambassador. So yeah, I mean, like if we get a new voice actor in there, then we need to get an Italian in there. So I'd say Joe Pesci.
I mean, they already have somebody.
They need
I know
somebody.
they
to-
do.
Get the
I'm not
one
saying
that,
they actually
um,
get Joe Pesci.
Well, it sounds like they
Why
already
not?
have somebody new
my
like
God.
doing the voice for
Yeah.
Wonder. Like that does not
Yeah.
sound like Martinet.
Also, the Wario thing that what was it? There's some Wario thing that was recent that wasn't him.
I think they should get Bob
there's
Hoskins.
a new WarioWare coming out, isn't there?
There was, I think so, but there was some clip of Wario talking recently, like not that
Hmm.
long ago. That was because it was when Arlo made his big conspiracy video, which he was right about. He was like,
About
that
it
doesn't.
just not being Martinet.
Yeah, he's like, that's not
Hashtag
Marty.
Arlo was right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say get Bob Hoskins as Mario for the future. That's the way to go.
I say get Vinny.
Vinny Vine Sauce.
Yeah, did you ever hear? I linked one of his things in the group chat.
I'll go take a look at
Before
that.
anyone tells me he's dead, nope, just pop him up on sticks, you know?
Vinny has a bunch of like clips from the Mario Brothers Super Show where he dubbed it.
I need to take a look.
Oh,
at that.
I've actually seen some of those. They're really fucking good. The one clip that sticks out in my mind is the one about rainbows.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I like. That's
That was
the one I
that
like.
was the
Yeah.
one he shared this morning.
Yeah.
All right, well, Nick, you want to get us with the next one?
Yeah. Sorry, I just ran over here. I don't have my contacts in, so I'm kind of having to move.
Well, I can't see. My eyes are a skill issue.
It kind of is. Sonic Fan 1661 with $2. Thank you. Poor Watnesane Olisine.
I'm having a stroke.
Yeah.
What a
That's what I
sad
strained
time
my
to be
eyes
what the
for.
same
That's what I did.
Solacene.
What the
I
same
did.
policy.
I went there because I'm half partially blind, and now I just don't want to use my eyes ever again.
Just fucking... It's not hard, Nick. Just see.
Carry on.
Kick, Joe, kick!
All right.
All right, I think
Okay.
Gilly, you're up.
Is that- Yep.
Our pal Jamal with $5.
Wait, where'd
Happy-
the tits go? How is Gilly the one with tits? What's going
No,
on
no,
here?
this is good. This is good. This is good.
Ha-
Leave it.
Happy B Theory Weekday Milk Bro Forever Wallace.
Well,
Yeah.
our pal
Thanks, Jamal.
Thank you, Jamal.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Oh
you
my
so
God.
much.
I'm sorry.
God, remember when we didn't use stupid voices? That was fantastic.
We have always done stupid voices. Our voices are stupid.
Guris.
Yep.
Guris
Sonic Fan 1661. Thank you for the $2. Sunset City. What colors are traffic lights?
See,
Yeah, this is
Hang on.
a traffic light
First of all,
podcast.
Pup probably doesn't even know how to spell color, so
this whole thing,
Yeah, he probably pronounces it color.
this
Color.
whole thing of
Color.
this country spells it wrong, not different, is getting so fucking old. We made
Yeah, you know what else is getting old?
We fucking
You.
made you. Without
And
us,
we were-
you wouldn't exist. So
Yeah,
cut
we
the
were fine.
attitude.
fucking Britain shouldn't even
refined it.
still exist. All right.
Why do you guys still have royalty?
I don't know.
Sort it out.
It's because I'm here. I'm
Sort
royalty.
it
That's
out.
why.
Fix yourselves.
The whole queen thing's just an illusion. She's dead anyway. The king thing's an illusion.
The royal family. The royal incestual family.
That's
And racist.
no.
Like, why bother? Okay, come on. Sort it out.
I agree. I'm working on it, all right? I'm working on it.
Tell me to put U's where they don't belong. Fuck off. Beans on toast. It's a lunatic.
You
Unbelievable.
think beans on toast is
I've
so
heard
bad,
about-
yet
I've heard
every
about black
Thanksgiving
pudding.
you serve up fucking marshmallows
If you're
and
wondering
fucking
why
sweet
we
potatoes.
look like this,
There is no
it's because
excuse
we're
for black
inbred.
pudding.
You see.
Okay. Who is up with Crimson Rose?
It's me.
on, Wayne.
Hey, Crimson Rose with $5. Hey, Pup. Game Exchange did not exchange. Game over. Did not game over.
I can't take
We're
this
having a
anymore.
Having a stroke.
It's about
Babe
stopping
John's
the game.
having a
Can
stroke.
someone send us money with English sentences, please?
Oh, what's that? English? Okay, then they'll put U's in the color word.
American. Send us a nice American sentence.
This is looking like some of the
Jesus
sponsor
Christ.
emails I gave. Hi, we're a big thing from China. We really like you.
Hello, dear.
We like you, insert YouTuber here.
No, we
We were
really like
wondering if
you.
you would do a dedicated video.
We would have a benefit together, smiley face.
We are looking for a cooperation.
Hello,
A
dear. We
cooperation!
make good products for your viewers. All right, so
We've all gotten them.
All
We've
right.
all gotten them.
So I'm up with Sharif now, with $5. Sonic fans are terrible at practicing restaurant restraint whenever they see opinions and takes they disagree with.
They're bad at practicing restaurant.
Ain't
Let's
that-
get real.
Ain't that yeah?
Yeah.
You know, Gilly, do you remember?
Restaurant.
What?
Chicken
Boys,
and
do you
banana.
remember?
When the guy touched the cups, when he was molesting the cups. Christ.
I'm sorry. What?
I was just talking about that like
That
2
was-
days ago.
That
too.
was Magfest, unfortunately.
No,
You were
tell
not
me
there for
about
that.
it though. What happened?
There was just a guy molesting the
So,
cups.
we were
They
waiting in
were
line
at
for the
pop-
camera.
Oh, I was there for that. God damn
Yeah.
it.
So what?
and then I had to
what did he mean?
tell
Was
I
he
had
just
to
putting his
tell the
fingers
girl
in them and
behind the
shit?
counter. He was like when I say molesting them, I mean it.
He put his dick in the cup.
He was standing in line. There was a line, and he was caressing, like just touching, feeling all over the stack of cups. And then I walked over to the girl that was behind the counter. I was like, "Hey," and she already knew it was up because there's all these fucking gamers. She's like, I was like, there was a guy touching all the cups.
So wait, the guy
Like,
was
he
a
was
gamer,
he was
right?
really
wasn't
he was
stuff.
really having a go at the cups, and
Yeah.
she went no, why? And then she had to come over and then get rid of all the cups because they were tainted.
Good God. Yeah, I guess gamers do need to practice restaurant then, or as Gordon Ramsay would
They
say,
really do.
restaurant.
Prawns and chocolate.
Chicken and banana.
Chicken and banana.
Risotto.
Fuck me.
All right, is it my turn?
Yeah.
I love this. Can't wait for this
Meatballs.
game. Sharif Pie with $5. Thank you. Sonic Segregations.
Sharif pie, that's what it's a pie.
I mean, let's be real. Generations, it basically is what it did to the franchise. It is what it did to the
Yep.
fan base. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Great. That is a great
There were
joke.
no disagreements
Sharif.
Sonic related before Sonic Generations.
Never once. Not ever.
All right.
Everything changed when the Generations Nation attacked.
I haven't
You know,
disagreed on
when Shadow got a
anything.
spin off-
Not one
when
thing,
Shadow got a
not
spin
one
off, I was
time.
like, everyone was like together. Good job, guys. When you fell out of the console market, great job. Good job. Doesn't
Yeah.
mean contract, perfect. Change his hairstyle. Nobody's going to complain about it.
Greeley,
Very
you need
nice.
to read this in the voice as well.
Oh my god. Well, it's Gilly's turn.
Sonic fan
Mhm.
6061.
Yeah.
Oh, that's me.
Burger.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Do it. Come on. You
Yeah,
can
you,
do,
you can. You can.
No, I can't do it.
you can do a
Well,
brilliant
by
job
the
with
way,
this.
was he trying to do
What?
a feminine voice for me,
What?
and then we're trying to make that a thing?
It's actually
sweetie, please don't destroy my toys.
I could beat you up. I could beat the shit out of you.
goodness gracious.
Like, I
Excuse
could physically overpower you and eat you in 2 bites.
Who?
Fucking no, not you, but this little weasel of a man who
What'd
keeps
I
trying to
do?
be like, trying to do that effeumine voice for me, whatever.
No,
I'm a
because
tough
that is
boy.
how you said it at the time.
Yeah.
You were like, "Cricket, darling, goodness gracious."
Have you seen my
That's
beard?
legitimately
I
what
can
you sounded
hide
like
you
at the
in it.
time.
Because I'm just you gotta take a good dad voice because I'm a good daddy. I
Listen,
had
No,
good
he,
dad
no,
voice
you talk,
for my
you
dog.
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
to
you're
Cricket
just
like
fucking
you're,
railing
you talk
like,
to
who's a
Cricket
good
like you're
daddy?
Cricket's grandma.
Listen, Nick, there's no need to get defensive. You are Knuff, okay?
Yeah.
I am enough.
No, you
I'm gonna have a
will
reasonable
you'll
thing
be
about it,
like,
Wayne.
"Oh, I hate this stupid fucking dog." Cricket, sweetie. Oh my goodness.
Imagine
you're-
you're
Yeah, cricket baby. Yeah, just my baby dog.
Oh, I just
when
gotta go
you're
outside.
when you're Knuff,
Cricket's
but they
just
don't tell you
barking
that
at
it's
nothing.
that the Knuff you are is Ken Penders.
Oh
Can you-
no!
can
You reminded me, Gilly. I was going to make a joke when Barbie first came out, and I was.
I
that's
made
what was
that
gonna put
tweet.
that- Oh
I
no!
just took it. I just what?
Yeah, no, like I remember that, and that was brilliant. I'm proud of you. But I was gonna take Kid Tsunami and put I'm Kid Nuff and put a little sweater on him. So that's
Suris.
kind of his whole thing.
Suris,
Yeah?
you're up with Mr. SP.
Mr. SP, thank you for the $20.
Mr. SP.
Star Wars fan to Sonic fan. I think you show great talent, and I pride myself on having an eye for that kind of talent. But your status as a toxic fan is still amateur. We all come here to see if you want to go pro.
This is the thing, is like Star Wars fans did fucking destroy a schizophrenic kid's life. We're yet to reach that level yet.
I mean, Chris Chan's pretty close, bud.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, God, you're not. Oh, man. Ah, fuck. Was that
Yeah,
really?
that-
I don't think that was Sonic fans' fault. I think that was society's fault.
I think it's partially Sonic fans' fault, and I don't think Chris Chan ever should have gotten a spotlight. And the rest is on us as a human race.
Oh, that's no kidding. But as I say, society. Like, you've seen the Joker
We live
movie.
in
Yeah,
one.
that's for kids. The Chris Chan documentary is like the adult version of Joker. Or if you just want the best one, Falling Down is a fantastic movie, and I disagree that it's problematic by today's standards. I think the whole point is that he's meant to be a bit old school, you know? You
I'm pretty
understand
sure
what I'm
you've
saying,
made this
guys?
exact argument before.
People like it.
All right.
Wayne.
All right, we got David Crespo with $1.99. Weren't y'all supposed to talk about SA1 after his...
We'll get there. We just
Sonic
need to
Fury
run
before?
out of things to talk
No,
about.
we still gotta talk
We have to
about
talk
3D Blast.
I
Don't
kept
get
asking
ahead of yourself.
And I'll be
Yeah.
honest, like guys, it's my fault because like my entire channel's been waiting for 3D Blast for a minute. I've had like angry comments in Patreon and stuff like that. I'll get
That's
back
cool.
on.
Maybe they should make the fucking video then.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
yeah,
almost done playing those games.
That's awesome.
Almost done. Just got the PC version left.
So our French friend, Derek, sends.
Lederick's icon looks like 2 feet touching.
You know what
sends-
we could do? Have we done Spinball or
Hmm.
any of those other games?
no,
Have we done Game Gear?
no,
No,
we
we
haven't.
haven't.
We could.
Yeah,
We
we should
could.
do more retrospective episodes. It's been a minute.
It has been. I was thinking that the other day. We should. Anyway.
Yeah, but I kind of don't want to because we have one guy being like, "Oh, the least you could do is another retrospective" in the comments at one point, and now I don't want to do it.
Oh.
Well, like I say about Sally
I just
fans,
don't want that fucking idiot to have what he wants, you know.
or you just all
Jesus.
Sonic fans, like we shouldn't hold off just because somebody's being a dummy.
Nah,
Don't
no one
have to punish
fucking cares,
everyone.
bro. No one fucking cares. All right.
All right, Lederick.
All right,
Lederick.
Lederick, with
Lederick.
10 French euros. Wait, dollars. Okay, hang on. All right. Hardest game you've ever played / beaten, whether it be through bullshit or fair challenge. For me, it's Zelda 2 or 100%ing Ninja Gaiden. I would say hardest game I've ever played, and I haven't fucking beaten it, is Bart Simpson versus the Space Mutants on the Sega Mega Drive. Fuck that game, it's too hard.
You want to know? The game that may have given me the biggest challenge. In
It's not.
beating and
I know what it's
completing?
going to be, and it's not as hard as Bart Simpson.
I want you to sit down, pup. I want you to sit down, and I want you to pop in a copy of Digimon World 2. for
Yeah,
the
fine.
PlayStation.
But while I do that,
There it is.
while I
There it
do
is.
that and progressively slog through it,
I want
good luck
I
getting
want
past the
you-
first fucking level of Bart Simpson versus the Space Mutants.
I
You
want
can't.
you, sir.
I want you to.
You sit. No, God, fucking damn it, Jesus Christ, no. I want you to sit down and record 289 individual video files, taking up 2.52 gigabytes of data, over 9,296 minutes, covering 155 fucking hours of gameplay.
You know what you are,
Oh, you-
Wayne?
you
You
only
know
have,
what you
like, 2
are?
gigs?
You are that one man that goes, "You ain't worked a day in your life until you've worked in construction."
I won't be that forever, but I at least want a week where I can be like that.
Wayne, I've
It has
got a
its own
great
kind
idea.
of-
We should have a stream where we all play what we like a hardest or worst game suggested by one of us at the table, and we just have a few
And we-
screens going on, just showing us playing the games we're telling each other to play. I want you to play Bart Simpson versus the Space Mutants and tell me that game is any easier, because if you could get through fucking Digimon World 2, then it's easier than Bart Simpson versus the fucking Space Mutants.
You don't
Yeah, but
know
when you
where
bring
I
up
am.
Bart
I'm
Simpson
just not a
versus the
fucking
Space Mut-
quitter.
You could bring up any there's
Any
that game
badly
is
designed game.
a
Yeah,
pile of games from the 80s and 90s. It could be any one of them.
absolutely. Like my hardest one I have is NES Ninja Turtles.
Hang on, let me check.
Yeah,
when
that
Bart
game's
Simpson
bullshit.
versus
That game
the
is
I
fucking bullshit.
I didn't beat that game until I was an adult, and I did that for a video I have not done yet. It's miserably hard.
Let me
It's
check
funny
the
because
release date.
they
until I
refer
was a
they
man.
refer to games they refer to like certain games like Mega Man as like NES hard, quote unquote, but like
Mhm.
it's not. Mega Man is a doable franchise. You can beat those games. There's NES games where you can't beat them.
Wait, hold on though. When you say like this sort of era, would that include 1991?
Yeah,
Okay,
It's the
because
tail end of it,
anything
but
from
yeah.
like 8 and 16-bit.
Okay.
Especially 8.
But I've played
Especially, yeah, they
Genesis
started-
games that
they
are
started
playable.
moving
This
away
game
from
can
stuff.
fuck itself though.
Yeah, I'd say like early '90s. They started. I mean, like there was definitely arcade design in games. Don't get me wrong, but like they were starting to move away from the insanity that was
Yeah.
what Konami was throwing out there on the NES, stuff like that.
But it's not
So-
like another thing like Castlevania, like that's quote unquote NES hard, but like that's a beatable game. There are so many games
beatable,
that
yeah.
like that are insane. Like they are not meant to be beaten. Like Castlevania
Genuinely
and
not.
Mega Man are meant to be very, very challenging games that you can overcome. There are games that are not meant to be beaten.
Well,
Because they were trying to make sure that you got every hour you possibly could
Yeah.
out of it, and the way they did it was bullshit.
Debates
Yeah.
aside, though, I am gonna say it's the hardest game I've played. Bart Simpson vs Space Mutants. I put that down as the hardest one I've played.
I'm sure there are other ones that are like good kinds of challenges, stuff like that, like the Dark Souls or what the hell ever. But like my immediate reaction was NES Turtles.
Yeah.
What about you, Gilly?
I mean, I would say honestly, I would say Elden Ring because I like
I still
I
can't beat
cheesed well, because I cheesed I cheesed like half the bosses because I think it's just insane. But if I talk about like, I don't think Elden Ring's I don't think games like that are fair. I think they're insane. but
Elden
like
Ring's
if we're
easy,
talking
mate.
about
What are you
like
talking about?
if we talk about games that are like I would say I don't have a specific one in mind, but I guess like anything like Super Meat Boy or Celeste.
Yeah,
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
I've S ranked every stage in Elden Ring, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay.
Um,
Or sorry, Gilly, you're not even
Doom
done yet.
Eternal. Doom Eternal is another one too. That game's
I need
so
to. I need to still play Doom Eternal.
it's so hard, but it's so good.
Are we just doing like difficult because
Well,
they were designed to be difficult?
Well, they
Just
said
difficult,
bullshit
just the
or
most
fair.
difficult.
Your
They said
personal
whether
like
they
yeah.
said whether it be through bullshit or fair challenge.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I might throw Turok 2 in.
I've never been.
I might actually. I might throw Turok 2 in just because
Lead it, mate.
that is a labyrinthian game, and it's also a gargantuan one
Well,
for what the N64 can do.
Gil. Sir.
What?
Did he robot for anyone else, or is it just me?
Nah, he's fine. Fun of mine, anyway. That's the one that counts, because the audience can hear that one.
You know, I think just like
Am I the robot
The-
here?
Nah, you're fine,
No,
too.
you sound fine.
hey, you sound okay.
Oh no, I was saying, Suris, like you completely roboted. Then I asked if everyone else did, and nobody responded. So I said, "Oh,
Oh, you've been taking some of those drugs, haven't you, Nick?
this is what dyslexia is like."
Nick's hitting the bottle again.
Oh,
Just
man.
some of those drugs.
Literally hitting a bottle. I got glass all over me.
What if I told you about smoking all those Smarties?
Oh my god.
I know. I think well, Turok 2 is not really a super difficult game to play, and the boss fights aren't the hardest thing in the world. Just the level design does not yield itself to beating that game.
Fair enough. All right.
And also, conveniently, Turok 2 is what the South Park game was built on.
It
Wait,
is an
really?
acclaimed game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh shit!
I still hate that game. I've,
Yeah, that's a bad
I've
game.
seen your video, I've edited your video, I still hate that fucking game.
Yeah, do you know how many people are like, why did you talk about the N64 version, but you used footage from PlayStation? You're
Oh
stupid.
my god, shut
I'm
up.
like, dude,
who
oh my
actually
God.
fucking watches videos, mate? Just open another tab, you sad fuck.
Pup, do you know how
They're
many
right, you
comments
should've
I've
used the
gotten?
Dreamcast version.
You know how many comments I've gotten about that specific thing, and I'm like, why do
Tell
you
them I
fucking
hate
care?
them.
Why do you fucking care? Get a job.
All that matters is all you're gonna hear is Dave will take his dad. Like, fuck
My
that
mama
game.
told me I was cute.
All right. Well, Nick, you wait. Wayne, you've said your piece. Fuck off. Nick, you would be up with OzJam.
Okay, if I start mucking up, I apologize because I feel like I'm the only one that's not hearing your voices super
You're
well right
fine.
now.
Fine.
Let me just lean into the screen. God. OzJam H with $5. Sonic 06. It is where I learn about manual saving because it always reset to the beginning, and I can't tell if I was me being stupid or not. Game juice. You know, that's a good point though, OzJam. I like this about Wayne's answer for hardest game, because even though like it's not like traditional like bullshit hard or something like that, it's an interesting like what kind of elements can bring a level of challenge or anxiety or frustration to a video game. And I think Digimon World 2 was a great example of that, and I'm really interested in your videos. Another one is a simple little the convenience of the manual save or the
Let's check
auto save.
backrooms.
Because like there are games like I would have just completely stopped if it was like, hey, I went this long but I died and I'd have to play this game for another 5 hours to get to this point again. Like I'm never playing that game again. So I don't know if that counts as bullshit difficulty.
That's the first time that joke's been funny to me.
That was a good point, Nick.
It was a good point.
My pussy.
I feel like
pussy right now.
this is the only podcast where the hosts sometimes pass notes under the table.
Oh my god.
All right.
Anyway, he's not allowed back in my house. One of you assholes has to take him from here on out.
what the fuck?
No, he
No,
called me
come
a
on. I was
lady.
really well behaved last time.
Just he's talking mean about me.
Look, let
Well,
me just
not
be in
bad.
your house and I won't talk mean.
That would have to
It's-
require me to go back and listen to us, so I could see all the insults. That's not fair.
I just want to
Yes.
be in your house again, is all, you know? Like, just let me be in there.
It's okay, Pup. I'll just
I
put
would
you in
really
the den.
like to be on your property alongside your loved ones.
Knock, knock, knock. Let me in.
I just want to be in your house with all your cutlery and all your
I
loved
live
ones.
in my backyard. Just live in my backyard. But Nick,
Yeah, me and Cricket just both barking outside.
Bo, 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 bo. You can eat the tortoise shit too. Have fun.
Right, whatever.
Filled with nutrients.
Whatever. Cricket's my dog now. Yeah. I'm probably doing you a favor now. that
All
I
right,
realize.
let's go. What's the next one?
I don't know.
Goodness
I can't read them.
gracious.
It's Gilly with OzJam. Next OzJam one.
Yes.
Which one
Still
is that?
green. Still green. It's the one before the blue one.
Okay. Hey, the iconic Sonic statue from Sega World London has been found and restored. Finally, something good from that country. Am I right, British boy?
Fucking talk down to me because of my race. you
Am I right, Ed
kangaroo
boy?
Fuck.
How dare you insult the son of a shepherd?
Honestly, I don't think anybody could insult you more than you do, Pup.
shut up. Shut up, all right? We're the world's main villain. That's how it be. But, so,
No, you're not. No, you're not.
read a history
No,
book,
no, you're
mate.
not.
We are. A non-British one.
America, baby. Everyone hates us.
We made you, so that makes us the main villain.
Okay, Dad.
You're the Metal
that's
Sonic
probably
to
true.
our Robotnik, okay?
Oh, you
Um,
really.
I'm
know, so.
so tired right now.
All
So-
right, next one.
No, wait! I wanna see it for myself. I wanna see it for myself. Okay?
Okay, next one.
OzJam H. Thank you for the $2. Wallace loves his red Joel Pisces candy.
Joel Pisces.
He loves his Swedish fish.
Oh, I see all of his stupid trope jokes are out to play today. I'm sorry, everybody.
We got just
Whose fucking jokes are these? These belong to the community.
Well,
Oh,
your
we got-
attempt at jokes anyway. But anyway, let's keep going.
But the
we
people
got
like
Josiah
them.
Riverosa with $4.99. What are y'all's favorite Snapcube Sonic fan dub fan dubs and moments? And Pup, recite egg and Twitter announcement.
Don't know what the Twitter one is, but I can get this up. I'm gonna do it in my own voice though. Okay.
Okay.
I've come to make an announcement. Wayne's boss is a bitch ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife. That's right.
Damn right.
He took his little his little dick out and he pissed on my
His little
fucking
quilly
wife.
dick.
And he said that his dick was this big. And I said, that's disgusting. That's right,
I don't talk
baby.
like that.
What?
I don't talk like that.
Just like that.
I don't want to talk like that.
Oh, no,
What's a
you
snap
got
cube?
kind of you got kind of a high voice.
They're the ones that work on those like real-time Sonic fan dubs.
The pissed on the moon guys.
Yeah, it's Penny Parker, her channel, the Snap Cube.
I have no idea.
The
think my-
Pissed on the Moon.
I've heard piss on the
Yeah.
moon. I've never
Yeah,
seen
that-
it.
it's
That's
from-
where it
from
that's where it originates. It's the snap.
You have managed to
Real-time
avoid
fandom.
this piece of the Sonic fandom for so long.
Which
It's
is
a lot of
funny
really-
because it's one of the better parts of the Sonic fandom.
It really kind of is.
It's it's improv humor. So you get and they are talented at what they do, but you know, just based off of like the genre of comedy that we're talking about here, you're going to get a mix of like really hilarious clips, but interspersed there's going to be a lot of theater kid humor. We'll put it that way.
The thing is,
Yeah,
Eggman
good.
always
I found a booster and I'm still stuck in the goddamn building.
Eggman always steals the fucking show in these things, though. And it seems to
Oh,
be the
yeah.
case in any piece of entertainment. If you've got an Eggman and he doesn't steal the show, you've fucking failed. Sonic Prime.
You know what? I'm gonna give that to you, pup. I agree completely. Especially, you know what? Yeah, you got Brian Drummond as Eggman, and he's not the most interesting thing on that show. That's a failure on their part.
Like, for
I agree.
fuck's sake, Sega have made a lovable mascot out of a fucking Lego minifigure of Dr. Eggman.
Fair enough. All right. All right. Well, let's keep going.
All right.
Next one we have is from Josiah.
No, it's not.
No, you're right. It's from OzJam.
There you
Damn
go. You got it. You got it under control.
Damn it.
Go on
Whose turn
then.
is it?
It's not mine.
it's
Actually-
Pup, it's your
It's your turn, pup.
It
Your
is?
fucking
Oh,
turn.
shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Beach.
OzJam H, with $2, says, I support our red Italian plumber ambassador, CM. Mamma mia.
Cool.
What exactly do they mean by like Mario ambassador? By the way,
I don't know.
I
They
think
call
he goes to, like,
Miyamoto is creative fellow.
He goes to impoverished countries and shows them pictures of Mario and is like, this is who a Mario is.
I just assume he works at Best Buy kiosk. He's one of those dudes.
He's like, have you tried playing this, though?
Who just says Wahoo. every
Too many
time you
games
jump.
featuring the guy who used to do the voice for Mario.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they
Just
should
a
get...
booth babe.
I want to be Mario. I want to play the new Mario.
He
Nintendo?
goes around. He swaps out the discs for the Nintendo kiosks. That's what he does.
Nintendo, if you
And
don't
he-
already have
he
a
leaves
Mario,
toy lanyards if
contact
they're
me.
feeling very
I want to be
generous.
Mario.
All right. All right. So I got Popuid. If I'm saying that right.
Popeye.
Always Pop.
Poinpy.
Point P.
$5. They restore the Sega World London Sonic statue. Yeah,
I need to
did.
find this. I need to find it.
oh, did we
Just-
get 2 super chats about that?
You mean like literally
Yes,
find it
we did.
physically?
Yeah, I need to find where it is so I can find it.
Yeah, you should.
Wait, hang on a minute. I just realized that was a double positive. It's like the definitive definition.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
Yeah, Nick, we need shirts that say definitive definition.
I need
Why?
to find
What?
it so I can find it.
Uh,
Brilliant.
It's
Genius.
just
Pup.
new inside joke that started today,
Yeah, we got a
Oh.
new one now.
All right, I'm proud of you,
and
boys.
you weren't here for it.
Yeah.
proud
old
of you,
man.
boys. Right,
weren't
good
there.
hands after I die of old age.
For my
I'm proud of you.
58th birthday, you weren't there, Nick. How can you call yourself a friend when you weren't there?
Gilly.
I want a T-shirt. Do you guys know
Kurt-
that one image
He says he wants
that's
a
just like the
t-shirt,
guy?
and he's just
the
sat on
guy
the
sitting
table
on a-
naked.
What?
Crimson Rose of $5. Before we know it, we'll have 4 different voice actors for Mario and people arguing who's the best voice.
That does happen, though, when you have different actors play a different thing. The same thing. Wayne, what were you actually saying? Because I feel so guilty right now.
Oh, you're fine. Y'all know that one picture that's just the guy like on the balcony. He looks fucking exhausted. He's just like smoking a cigarette.
No.
No.
Guys don't know that one?
Nah, I don't know it.
Okay, let me see. If
Is
I
it
can find
Nick?
this. I want
I mean, you
Nick to
described it
recreate
for me.
that, and I want it on a T-shirt.
Just take a photo of me anytime we hang out. We'll be fine.
Nick,
You're
no
all
more
set.
cigarettes, mate, okay?
I don't even smoke.
You might as well.
You drive me to.
You
Probably.
act like someone that does.
Not yet, you don't.
All right. Who's
Last
You're
one we
not
have here is
depressed,
Mr.
you're just experiencing nicotine
Shut
withdrawal symptoms.
Up.
Mr. Terry Chaos. Thank you for the £2. Pup, you hyped for the Fallen Star sequel?
Oh, hell yeah. Like, yeah, I saw the trailer. The moon base. I like how they're using space things. I like space. I hope they got some levels that take place in space. That'd be awesome. But it looks good.
All right.
All right, it's in the back rooms.
What you done? Oh, that's Ben Affleck.
Is that Ben Affleck?
Yeah, that's obviously Ben Affleck, mate. Like,
I don't give that much of a shit about Ben Affleck. I'm gonna be honest, man.
how can you
Man,
say that
that's-
when he was
that's-
such a great Batman?
I'm sorry. I can't keep up with the overinflation of everything that happens in the DC universe.
He was such a great Batman.
I don't care.
I know that my brain is poisoned by this franchise because my brain immediately filled in. Wait, Pup, that's not Ben Schwartz. What are you talking about?
God fucking damn it, Suris. Come on, man. Ben Schwartz
It's
couldn't
Ben-
play
it's
Batman. He
Ben
plays Blue
Batfleck.
Justice. So we
I'm
quit.
going back to bed.
Well, it's the end of the episode, man.
Called it. You guys called it. Nick would do that today.
That's true, actually. Who said he'd say that?
That was me.
Yeah, I owe you a Pepsi.
Well
Hey,
done, Wayne. Well done.
I know you well, man. I know you well.
So
Alright,
Blue Beetle was
so-
actually really good, though, guys. I highly recommend everyone check it out.
Yeah, save it for your channel. Anyway, what are you doing on yours?
Well, I guess I'm going to review Blue Beetle, I guess.
You guess.
That's pretty cool. I mean, did you just finish wrapping up all your Spider-Man stuff? Is Lotus your latest one?
For now, it's the latest one, but I haven't finished up on Spider-Man either. It's just it takes a little longer because I'm doing TV series at the moment. And
fair
I'm
enough.
struggling to find anything to say about the 1980s animated series. It's just, it's alright. It's pretty good, you know? Like,
There.
it's the
just
first
there, yeah.
competently produced thing, you know?
Yeah. Fair. Gilly,
Cool.
what are you doing?
I'm trying to work out a sponsor thing because I had 2 sponsors dick me around. So I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I have to
Okay.
have a video out in September. So something.
I'll sponsor you a
fair.
bottle of Pepsi if you pay me to do another edit.
Since I've got so many bills and stuff I got sorted out by October, I got to finish up this month with some strong videos. So, Pup, I'm gonna probably have to recruit you.
Now, why don't
You
you
should
just go
do
to
that,
work, you
indeed.
old man? Come on, man.
How
That
do we
reminds
use that
me-
big robot.
Anybody who sees my stuff in early September, just know I love you. I'm sorry, but your boys got to pay bills. Like, I'm probably gonna do like I have to finally just cave into a raid sponsorship for one of these videos.
Who gives a shit?
I do.
Just take the
Why?
sponsorship.
Just
It's
take the
fine.
money. It's a sponsorship. It's not a. People need to shut the fuck up. It's a commercial.
I
Like,
agree. I
ser-
want to clip this moment for when someone asks me why I'm doing a raid sponsorship as well, because I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm receptive.
Consider this, Nick. Consider this, Nick. I've taken a raid sponsorship, and even my fans didn't get pissed at me for it.
I mean,
You'll
at the
be
end of the day,
fine.
look, you spray the bugs, they die, and then it's over. You know, there's nothing that unethical about it.
No, it's just
I made a joke about what was it called? The words are hard. I'm very sorry, guys. I'm tired. A clickbait. I made a joke about there's like a clickbait thing for the Islan Usali, even though it's not clickbait when that was the entire point of the conversation. Like, hey, let's have a conversation about this. And some people were just losing their minds.
No one fucking knows what clickbait is on the internet anyway, man.
They really don't.
Also,
They really-
just before we wrap
That
up,
that phrase has been totally like bastardized.
yeah, it's
Oh, yeah,
literally now.
100%.
If there's like the slightest thing that they didn't expect in the video, it's clickbait. But also,
No, it's not even that. It's just like if a thumbnail's there to allure you to click on it, like a thumbnail's supposed to do.
Yeah. No, I should
Um,
have a title and a thumbnail that has nothing to do with the fucking video. Good idea.
So, real quick, Crimson Rose sends like $5 saying, imagine Mario's next game being Mario Adventure, and they got Ryan Drummond to do the voice with an epic rock band called Mush 50.
That's cute.
Okay, the Mush 50 thing, though, like, I almost feel like they kind of should do that.
That was adorable.
And also, dude, that raid shit when they're like, raid, bad business practices. It's predatory and dude, if you don't know what a fucking like mobile game that has a bunch of bunch of transactions in it is by now, you shouldn't be using a computer unsupervised.
I also challenge you to name a business that is ethical.
Right?
Yeah, it's kind of part and
Twitter.
parcel with Get Out.
Chick-fil-A?
Like, don't go to McDonald's.
Yeah, I've
Remember
They used a
apologizing to my
clown.
sister after
They
eating
used a
Chick-fil-A?
they used a clown to give children diabetes.
That's good, though. That's called population
Jesus.
control, Gilly.
Oh God.
well then.
Fuck. All right.
Anyway, Sonic Jam video is coming out in a couple days.
Well, good for it, man. I'm so happy. It's finally embracing its true self.
Suris, what are you working on?
I am knee deep in the middle of a subathon right now, but I did just recently chat with my thumbnail editor to see if it would be possible for me to start getting some Magic content out on my TCG channel, since it's mostly just going to be me ranting about the current state of the game. So that's not hard to do compared to like writing up the entire what ifs, which are still going to take a little while. So I'm probably going to be doing a little more stuff on my TCG channel once I've got a little breathing room for regular videos.
Cool.
I didn't know what any of that is.
You literally filmed me playing Magic at a convention.
What's Magic?
Magic the Gathering, the collectible.
Yeah,
The
no.
collectible card game.
Never
no.
believe it's not so.
Wayne, what are you doing?
I finished the script.
I'm proud
It's
of you.
almost 40 fucking pages long. This
Oh,
video is
dude.
gonna last like 5 years. I'm so tired right now. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some voiceover recorded and everything like that today. Live action if it's in the cards. Hopefully, it depends on the level of energy I've got. But I am so ready to get this thing made, and I'm hoping it doesn't take more than a couple of weeks to get done. Because again, like I mentioned before, as soon as I'm done with Digimon World 2, I gotta immediately just get cracking on Metroid Month. So. Yay! It's coming! It's happening!
Oh god,
die.
you shouldn't have said that.
You're
You
an
make it
idiot.
too easy.
Oh God, it's coming.
Oh
shut
god, it's coming.
Just, someday, Wayne, just say it when you're done, please.
Huh?
Just, you get a partner.
Just say I'm all finished up. We can
Oh,
stop.
no, yay!
Imagine going, yay! Yeah.
Yay!
Instead, just go, no!
I'm probably not going to do that. I'm going to be real honest.
Well, Pup, I imagine every time you do it's hooray!
Bold of you to assume I'd do it. Anyway,
He does a little Klonoa Wahoo.
one more little thing. I'm not going to reveal any of what it is, but I just want to get a little mystery out there. I'm just going to tease you guys, little people in the chat anyways. Wayne and I are working on a little something together. Aren't we, Wayne?
Oh god, I gotta record that shit today too, I swear to
A
god.
baby?
It's okay. Take your time, man. Take your fucking time.
Yay, it's coming!
Yay! Ejaculation!
More like, no, it's over! So soon!
Sperm's funny.
I promised myself I'd go on a little longer this time.
Happens
I
to
promise this never
happens to
happens.
guys our age. It's fine.
It's not floppy, it's flexible.
We should probably go.
Danglies.
Anyway.
Wait.
I'm done saying things.
No, it's not over
Yeah,
yet.
I don't know.
Now it's fucking over. There he is. There's our boy. Alright, now we can go.
Is that the skeleton?
There he is. Yep.
Yeah.
Unmistakable.
He's a skeleton of fun.
Have we been getting rent from this guy, or is he just a freeloader?
He's just a freeloader.
A
He's
piece
the
of shit.
landlord. He's the literal landlord on a train.
Oh.
He's the
Even
landlord
more
of the
a
train.
piece of shit then.
Yeah, I don't like him very much either.